Ah, I see we have some listeners looking to join the gents for their tea time. Right this way, right this way. And as you know, they have reserved the Velvet Room once again, so please keep your hands off the walls. Today's menu will consist of cheap liquor, and I believe the lads have procured some hot dogs as well. Just follow me up the stairs here. Here we are. Enjoy your meal, gentlemen. Enjoy your meal.
Welcome to the Chance of Negli-Gents Podcast. I'm your host, Roman, joined by my co-hosts, Austin, Monkey Nanza, and Nick. And
Nick.
Today's our special yes, the mighty Nick. And our special guest is Youngster Joseph. Hello, Youngster Joseph.
Hey,
Tell us about yourself.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
I go by Youngster Joseph, literally just here to help 1,000 people. And yeah, I'm a Just Chatter. I stream on Twitch, and I'm always down to have a conversation, help people out, and get people to keep on creating.
Nice. So I know that for a fact you were trying to edit 1,000 videos for people. Like, where are you numbers wise, like on that track? Because I know from watching a previous podcast that you did you were trying to do 5 videos a day.
Yeah, adding to that, can we have each of the co-hosts and the host guess?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
69.
69.
Of course you would say that. Let's go 689.
All right.
All right, Nick, you got.
Say, bro.
We're all supposed to guess?
Yeah,
Yes.
Is that what we're doing right
Go
now?
for it. Yes.
Let's see here.
I'd
So
say-
what was already taken? Someone thought it'd be funny to say 669.
Yeah.
I said 689 as an
Okay,
actual guess.
then I'll be funny and I'll say 669. That's my thing.
I'll say 680.
Jesus Christ.
I feel
Don't
like we
shoot
all
prices. Don't
overshot
shoot
the mark.
prices. Don't shoot prices right at us right now.
Right. Did everyone answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
The answer is, I don't know. I haven't counted.
I knew it was going to be some cheesy response.
I knew it. I knew it. He was gonna
Perfect.
be like,
Let's go ahead and just end now, guys.
Yep,
I'm gonna go ahead and go
alright,
to
cool.
bed.
Thank you.
good night. Just
You just like good news.
Speed
Alright,
run.
this has been the Chance of Negli-Gents.
Let me find my rope.
I just got to tighten it. It's already there. Don't worry. It's in place.
Teamwork.
Always applied.
The rabbit goes through the hole. All right.
You tying your shoes? What's going on?
So,
If you were to give a guess on how many you have made at this point, how many would you guess you have made at this point?
If I were to really put a number on it, probably around 69 to 669, in the hundreds.
69
I'm
to
pretty
600
sure-
is quite a big difference.
We'll average it out.
if you had like a definitive number, why wouldn't you just keep
like-
the counter?
Why would you count how many times you've 69?
Yeah.
It's just 69.
Yeah, if anything, I don't like to keep count. That just motivates me to keep on helping people and to keep on creating content for all my friends.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Now,
So essentially, it's like your number to always hit, but never actually officially ever reach that number.
There you go. Imaginary number.
So imaginary number. Okay. So if you do 5 videos a day, and eventually you'll hit that 1,000, maybe the reason you're doing that is just so like if you pass 1,000, it's you don't just stop there. You just kept going until like let's say like at the beginning of the day you hit 1,000, and then by the end of the day you had like 1,004, and you're like, you know what, I surpassed my goal, and I think that's a cool mentality.
No, that's not what he wants to do. He wants to make that number unattainable. So he doesn't want to
Unattainable?
think about
Why
exactly
not
how
just go
many
for
it
a
takes.
million then?
Because that doesn't sound realistic.
That's
No,
very unrealistic.
1,000's at least realistic. That's the reason why I think he chose 1,000.
Tell that to the
is because
editors
it's
that do
realistic.
like TV shows.
Right?
But we're not talking to one of those right now.
Yeah, that's fair. So, Youngster Joseph, how did you get into streaming? Like, you wake up one day, you're just like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna piss pure excellence, and I'm gonna turn on my PC and immediately hit affiliate that same day. Like, how did that go?
So I got out of my hot tub and I thought about streaming. Totally joking. I actually lost the bet. So that bet actually got me out of my element and I was forced to stream. But I'm glad that I took a bet on myself and lost. And it's gotten me to this point. And now I'm on the RomanTheRussian podcast featuring all the other hosts.
It's Chance of Negli-Gents Podcast. But yeah, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. My name came
Yeah.
up first. I feel privileged. Now, if only my paycheck reflected that.
We'll get there.
Same, buddy.
What paycheck? Wait, we're getting
Right.
paid for this?
A silence cast over the room.
Crickets.
Everyone felt deep pain all of a sudden.
Like, oh, my wallet.
As I look at my wallet as it scrunches up.
It quaked in
And
my
a
bones.
single penny falls out. Not even.
Coughs up its last lung. That penny it's been saving.
I've been holding on to this penny for the last 20 years.
And it still hasn't increased in value.
Weren't they actually debating getting rid of the penny?
Yeah,
They were at some point, yeah.
but I think there's too many in circulation.
Costs too much. It costs more money to make a penny than a
Yeah,
penny's
it costs
worth.
like 3 cents to make a penny.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. to
There's a
me.
problem there.
Yeah. That's why they're like, we gotta get rid of it.
I mean, technically, we could go to Japan's currency and go with yen and just do coins for fucking everything except for really large amounts of money.
It's interesting that money is a money sink.
Oh. I had some sort of comment and that just left my brain immediately.
What you got? Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
It was
It's
gone.
like-
penny.
the
Or it'll
ADHD
come back
is
much
real right
later
now.
when we don't need it.
Yeah, I'll just be like, oh, I remember. Yeah.
We don't care. Save it for next time.
When it has zero relevance to the topic at hand.
So, Youngster Joseph, do you have any interesting plans for the future with your live streaming? I know since your whole goal is to help 1,000 people, is that like a yearly thing? And like, how does Joe Cella kind of tie into that?
Yeah, going back to the number thing, I just kind of put 1,000 just because it was kind of realistic, and I think it's all about the pursuit of reaching that number. And to answer your other question, Joe Cella was actually a meme. It was a joke, but we take the joke and go all the way. To summarize it, it's pretty much a music, art, dance showcase, a Twitch talent show that we hold once a month. Think of it like a virtual festival, and everyone's invited to the party.
Nice. Isn't the next one in like the next 2 or 3 days?
Just about.
Like from today. Yeah, because today's what, June 22nd.
Time flies.
And that's, yeah, dude. Oh, man. Well, since the last time we recorded an episode, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, we don't try to remind ourselves of our failures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's always one man that always brings it up. Stab us with it.
Yeah, just be like, all right, guys. So, how did you come up with the idea for Joe Cella? Like, you said that it started out as a meme, but like, how did that process go from it being a meme to you just one day deciding, hey, I should probably make this a thing and then put it on Twitch?
Yeah, I get inspired from watching a lot of other streamers, and I guess Joe Cella was a way for people to push their creative energy, push their talents, and I feel like it's a good way to end the month strong with a nice party. And I guess it started gaining traction, and we made the meme into something very special, a monthly event. And yeah, keep on pushing.
Okay, cool. So one of, I believe, like, I met you through Ghost in the show, when he rated, you, and I think you were doing Joe Cella 1 or 2. I don't remember which one, but I definitely know that I stopped in during one of those streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, adding to that, I met you through Ghost in the Show and Honey Lemon Daisy.
Yeah. Honey Lemon Daisy. Yep. Man, that person's like super talented whenever it comes to art. They actually did my logo for Twitch.
Hey.
I very appreciate that. You guys have any questions for Joseph? Because I feel like I'm asking all the questions. I feel bad.
Well, that might be because you're just going back to back, but you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, stop
We're on
yelling,
the
Jen.
lightning round
It's the
here.
Roman
Yeah.
podcast.
I actually wanted to
Sus.
know, how long does it take you to actually do like your jobs?
Oh, like that
Making
event?
the videos.
Yeah. Well, no, like when you mentioned before, like about the 1,000 videos and stuff. Like, how long does it typically like take to do each one?
I feel like every video is different. For example, I work on like video game highlights for YouTube. That can take a few days. I can also work on like Valorant TikToks. That takes a few minutes. But I'm trying to find ways to get faster and faster, like Sonic.
Oh,
Get
so
more
like
and more.
so a lot of them are kind of like shorts, like like YouTube shorts and stuff like that.
Yeah, to answer.
Seems like it mixes between long and short.
Correct. And to answer your other comment, yeah, I feel like the easiest path to 1,000 videos is just to work on the shorter form content.
Okay.
Since most shorter form content is under a minute, or under 3 minutes, I guess.
Right.
But on TikTok, most people don't watch for more than a minute.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
most TikToks that usually go viral are normally short, sweet, to the point, where it's just hilarious. You kick someone in the nuts for a 5-second video, it's gonna be the #1 watch.
Yo,
Is there any reason in particular that you're trying to like build out all this content? Like, I know you say you're trying to help people, but is there any kind of like personal goal for yourself?
I think it's a win-win. Like, I'm able to practice my craft, put my passion into practice, and my friends are able to push out some videos. So yeah, get them motivated to stream and keep on pressing play.
Interesting. I know that you're editing a video for me, or like were at some point, but I'm. Oh my god! I started coughing.
Oh,
I forgot where I was going with that.
wait.
He was editing a video for you, maybe?
You'll see it on Saturday?
Oh, Saturday on Joechella?
Yeah, we'll make it happen officially.
Joechella? All right, hey, that works. You know what? I'll drink to that because I literally am drinking water, and I'll be like, all right.
Cheers. Also,
Oh man,
also, I got a question for the co-hosts, the other hosts. How did you all start on Twitch?
That's a good question.
Is there anyone that wants to go first?
Sure. So I started because Roman asked me to join the podcast, and there you go.
he literally made
No,
an
he
account.
said Twitch.
He literally was like, I'll make an account. Yeah.
Nick is new to Twitch. He just made his account about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. We were
He's
just having
always
this
had
discussion.
every desire to Twitch, and he just has not twitched yet.
Yeah.
One day.
What
One
about you,
day.
Peanut?
Mine's kind of a longer story, but like essentially, I came from like a friend group that was just not motivated to want to do anything, and it was really disappointing because we were all pretty talented people. And it was just kind of like every day, same thing, sit in the chair, play video games, and like I finally got like really over it, really tired of it, and then like our friend group like dissolved over one of our friends passing away. And I just kind of like told myself, I was like, I'm not going to sit here in like the same funk and just like not do anything, like not create, not, better myself. Cause like even job wise, like I kept like switching jobs. So I just kind of like sat down, I built out like what my channel was going to be and like what the idea was behind it. I built all the graphics for it, made a stupid like intro video. And then I just started community building and reaching out to other people. And like I said, I think it took me like 30 days, but 30 days I had my affiliate. I kind of like lost my groove because me and my wife had to move. So I'm like just now getting back into it again. But it was really just kind of like a betterment thing, and like just wanted to push myself to be what I wanted to be and not just kind of be stuck with what I was doing.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it feels good. I mean, I think anyone who's creative or has ever been like is a creative person and has been cut off from being able to like create or have some kind of outlet for creation, it's just really limiting and it doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to say the reason why I started on Twitch, I think my biggest thing is I've been playing video games for about as long as I can remember. First I started out on the Game Boy. I think it was either Game Boy or it was the Super Nintendo. It's whichever one was the oldest of those. But I started out really, really old systems, Atari, Pong, stuff like that. I really enjoyed them. So I played them for most of my life, as most would. The main reason why I decided to go into streaming is because whenever I was in school, there wasn't very many people that I knew that actually played them, which is kind of shocking to me because I thought a lot more people in general played video games. But I found there really wasn't. So I'm like, well, I'd kind of like to get more people into it. So that's kind of what strived me to want to become a streamer, is to try to get more people to get into gaming. Because it's something that I feel very passionate about, as well as anime. I'm very passionate about both of them. So I kind of wanted to let everyone get a taste for it, from my viewpoint, so everyone could see what I like and see if they might be interested in it and give it a shot. I would just like for everyone to give everything a shot, whether that's video games, anime, getting outside their comfort zone, all kinds of things. In general, I just want to be able to push people forward to try new things.
Yes.
This brings me up to a follow-up question, since when I first started streaming, I had no idea like that streaming is like 20 different jobs disguised as one job. What would you say are some of these skills that you picked up along the way because of streaming? Like, for me, it was I used to do a lot of video editing for YouTube and stuff, so that kind of came in handy for whenever I was making Twitch clips. But like, for me, what I had to learn was like I had to learn everything from like setting up programs like Streamlabs, OBS, and then that kind of led me into like, because I was running on a crappy laptop, into how to build my own PC, and then that kind of went into computer building and stuff like that. What are some of the skills that you learned from starting on Twitch?
Yeah, I like this question. I guess going back to your point, you do have to wear many hats. Wear the bucket hat, wear the dad hat. And I feel like Twitch gives you a lot of transferable skills. One skill that I learned along the way was, I guess, just chatting. I feel like just chatting is a whole genre and category on its own. And I feel like every stream presents a different obstacle and a different challenge. And I like just being really freeform and seeing where the chat takes us, wherever the conversation goes. It's kind of like driving and taking different paths.
Sorry. Interesting. So, how do you do just chatting streams? Personally, as far as I know, Monkey Nanza, obviously Nick doesn't stream yet, but Monkey Nanza and whenever I stream, we don't normally do just chatting. I normally do just chatting as an intermission thing. Like, do you have any pointers for that? Like, because for us, we have dead chats. Like, we don't really know what to do.
Sure thing. Also, after I answer, maybe the other co-hosts can answer, or maybe they can talk about one thing they learned on Twitch. I guess for me, great way to start off, like just chatting. Think of 5 topics and think of like 3 opening icebreaker questions. So that's how I would start out.
3 opening icebreaker questions? Like, what do you mean?
For example, let's say my community plays Pokemon. I could ask them this general question just to get things started. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Okay. But what if you're like, let's say you're live for like 20 minutes and there's nobody in your chat, like it's just dead entirely.
So a good...
I would.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I would argue, because it goes into the question of like what'd you learn. It's like your audience is gonna be there based off of what you're doing. So it's like if you want to have like a let's chat, then it's like you need to put yourself into that role and like start your chat like with that in mind. And it's like if you're playing a video game, people are just there to watch you play the video game. So you're not really gonna set yourself up to just like have this like let's chat audience. And I think you see that a lot. I don't know, Joseph, if you were, at least me and Roman, we're mostly in the Hunt Showdown community. And it's like you can go to someone's channel, they have 300 viewers, and there's not a single person talking in their channel, and it's just because they're just there to watch. Like that just seems to be what that community does.
Got you.
So I guess this goes to my co-hosts like Austin, Nick, Monkey. What are some of the skills that you learned from just doing Twitch? Because I know Pnod did some sort of what is it, social media management stuff beforehand.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently a social media manager. So, and I don't know, I essentially have good community building skills, and that just comes from being in like restaurant management and stuff. So like going to new areas, having to meet new people, open up restaurants, that always like definitely helped out. I'd say I don't really know if I've encountered like a new skill from like Twitch streaming, other than like learning how to use techniques that you use in the real world, and then apply it to, the internet community build. It's easy to go inside someone's office or go somewhere where you physically know people are and interact with them. It's a lot more different though when you're online. People have a different way that they act online. It's harder to get into communities online. Everyone's always skeptical. It's easy for someone to just block you or, cut you off from what you're trying to do.
What about you, Nick? Since you don't really stream, like what are some skills you had to learn recently?
Well, I was thinking more of just like, so like I've done stuff for social media before because I have worked for like conventions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the social media team, so I would have to do stuff for like, Facebook, some videos and stuff for like YouTube and all that stuff. I don't know. So it's not really like anything else to learn that I didn't really already learn in school. I'm trying to figure out like how to actually word it. Yeah. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm sorry.
Ooh, I have a question. Maybe from a viewer's lens, like what are you looking for in a cool streamer?
For a streamer, again, it kind of just depends on like the content. Like, yeah, it's kind of cool if like you get like interaction with them, but for the most part, I'm normally there to like just kind of see like what's happening.
Gotcha.
I think he means like, what are you looking for in a streamer? Like, what are the key aspects that you look for whenever you're looking for someone to watch?
Yeah, like does he have a massive dong? Can he fart for like 20 minutes straight?
Oh, massive dong, clearly.
no
Hot tub.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, hot tub.
Oh. A lot of the time I don't really watch Twitch a whole lot. So a lot of the time that I do, it's normally like kind of like information kind of stuff. So like normally I'll play League a lot, and I'll sometimes watch like a lot of people who are like better than I am, and I'll like try to like learn stuff like that.
But here's the thing:
Mhm.
is what leads you to those people that you say are better than you? Like what about them lures you to them to watch them to see for the better information, so to speak, to learn more better gameplay for League of Legends?
It's just more of that I heard the name and like I just wanted to give it a try. Like normally I'll just go out and like I'll give like whoever like a good look at, and if I like it then I'll just keep watching.
To be fair, that's also how I found Markiplier
Hey.
and Jacksepticeye and all of them. Whenever I was first getting into YouTube content creation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still never heard of them prior to you talking about them before.
Even like a lot of small YouTubers and stuff. I primarily found out that I am kind of interested in a lot of like music YouTubers and stuff, or like a lot of story based like YouTube stuff, especially like horror based shit. Like you. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I normally, whenever I'm like on my computer, I always kind of like no brain RuneScape a lot, so I just like to have like shit in the background.
Background noise.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and I listen to it.
Nick's our resident RuneScape expert here.
I'm your designated goblin.
Let's go.
You should name yourself a Deku Goblin.
I was actually debating naming myself Lumbridge Goblin because that's what my Steam name is.
Do it.
Just name yourself. Do it. Because it's the first thing you kill in that game. It's literally one of the first things you do whenever you get off of Tutorial Island.
I don't know if I could really say that I necessarily learned any new skills from streaming on Twitch. I'd say if I learned anything, obviously it would be the streaming hardware software itself, because that is most definitely a giant pain in the arse. Knowing like what you need to have your transfer bit rates and stuff at, that required a lot of trial and error to get that to go right. Messing with the layout, thinking what looks best, stuff like that.
The size of the camera, because whenever you're messing around with it in OBS, it's not the same size it is on stream.
Yeah, most definitely is not. I think it's mainly just the software portion with the software itself, like Streamlabs, OBS, Stream Elements, stuff like that. Learn just how big of a pain in the arse it really is to be a streamer if you go more in depth as one. If you're just a casual streamer, obviously you don't go too hardcore into the settings and stuff of it. But I myself did. I would say that's pretty much the only thing I really learned on Twitch is just the Twitch software that's used by streamers.
Got you. Can I circle back real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
No.
All right.
We have a very strict no circle back.
We'll square back.
We only move
All
forward.
right.
L shape. But yeah, to answer Pnod's question earlier, yeah, I guess maybe some specific game categories might not be as chatty. So maybe we could break it down into 3 areas: entertainment, skill, and community.
I think that's
Did you
fair.
say kill or skill?
Skill.
Both.
Oh,
Okay.
all I heard
I
was
wasn't quite
kill.
sure
I
what
was
that
like,
second
what?
word was either, to be honest.
I was like, this man's like, how many people has he murdered? Oh, only 2.
1,000.
I was like, noob.
Talk to when your
Yeah,
body
1,000.
count's higher.
Everything in thousands
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. We keep it. Oh, instead of keeping it 100, we keep it 1,000.
Yep.
That should be your new slogan. Keeping it 1,000.
I'm down.
Man, I had a question, but I just forgot.
That
Oh,
seems to
you
be
wrote
the
them
only thing
down.
happening.
Okay, so, Joseph, as of right now, you have 1.1k followers on Twitch. I can't imagine the length of your dick on other social media, but it seems that like one of your main things is community building. Like, how would you go about like if you could give our listeners and ourselves any pointers, like, what are the key things that you would recommend for people to do in order to grow a
build a community
on Twitch or other social media? Sorry, I got tongue-tied there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out myself, but I'd say just keep on trying things out, A/B test, and also don't be afraid to check out other channels as well and see what they're up to, and feel free to take a chance and work on some collabs, and it'll turn into some very magical moments on Twitch.
How would you go about talking to someone about doing a collaboration? Because I feel like whenever someone, like, just like an outside perspective, whenever going out to ask someone for something that's already been doing something for a while. So let's say in your case, since you got 1.1k followers, I wouldn't assume it would literally just be as simple as being like, hey, I like your content, I like your attitude, I was wondering if we'd just do a collab together. Like, exactly how would you go about asking someone that clearly has a larger follower count than you about doing a collab?
You just learn how to write, bro.
There it is. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too, because I think for me, I just ask, and you know, I'm all about just going for it, shooting my shot, not getting caught. And I don't know, maybe the other co-hosts or Roman maybe can talk about collabs and their thoughts on that.
His is only within his own community, so
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it really just comes down to, like, when you get the salesman mentality, which is the worst thing someone could say to you is no. And it's like, that's how I've always kind of done it. Like, I know my channel isn't huge or anything, but the amount of time that I got it done was very short, and it's really just going in, finding communities, being a part of those communities, and just reaching out to people.
Yeah, especially if you can find, like, the very niche ones, and then you just go like, oh, this is interesting and or weird. Let me go ahead and, like, find somebody that knows more about this community and then, like, collab with them and ask them questions about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, even just with me being in charge of Salt F4, like, Prof's only known me for a little period of time, but it's like, you know, like, he's in the same position Joseph is, where he had like 1.2 or 1.3k followers, and I just like stumbled into his stream one day while he was sitting there alone drinking coffee, and I was like, hey man, you want to play a game? And like, we just kind of hit it off from there.
Nice.
Well,
Like, the worst thing you could have said was no.
I feel sad because I hear Chloe just sitting outside my door, sadly barking to let her in.
she's like, let me in.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Who let the dogs out?
I don't know what you're talking
Part of the
about,
stream.
but I'll share with you guys the best piece of information of how to actually properly get into a room someone doesn't want you to be in. You know what that is? You gotta
Yes.
bang on the door and you gotta scream, let me out.
Let me in.
Are you giving breaking and entering advice right now?
Yes. You're breaking into someone's house and you go,
You
"Let
use
me in."
you use the information however you want, but if you want to get in somewhere, you bang on the door and you scream, let me out if you're trying to get in.
Are you
Because
speaking
then they'll come up
from-
to you and go like, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. You will always get someone that will come and open the door for you.
Sir, this is a bathroom.
And I've fallen, I can't get
Good
up.
point.
Or this is a Chick-fil-A's.
I stream in the bathroom.
What if you're streaming in a bathroom and, like, let's say you have a sibling or, like, a roommate and they're just, like, it's the only bathroom in the house and you just constantly hear them go, like, I have to shit.
Could you imagine doing a 12-hour stream in the only bathroom in the house?
Right.
Like,
Oh, what a hell of a gatekeep.
you do a 12-hour stream, you put on, like, the pause or intermission screen, and then you're like, you completely forgot to turn off your mic, so all you hear is just somebody taking a
Ad.
dump.
Jesus Christ.
And then you come back and go, oh, shit. You're just like, that was an advertisement for XX. Something like that. Ah! Oh, man, I almost knocked, like, my cup of water off my desk.
I heard the sound of something hollow being hitten.
Yeah, that was my
That was his head. Don't worry about it.
Soundboard.
bonk. Yeah. That was actually my red Solo cup that I used for drinks that I will not be able to talk about on stream, but I can say in this podcast.
Soda.
I guess. It's alcohol.
Soda.
Enhanced.
You just have
My soft
Fucking
drink.
soda. How dare you call it soda?
Oh, pop.
Wait, so Roman, what is it?
There you go.
See, now we have the age-old argument of whether it's soda or pop or soda pop or sody pop, as the
Just pop.
Wisconsin say. Yeah,
It's just pop.
Does anyone even call it pop anymore?
I don't know.
Everybody calls it pop.
I don't think anybody calls it pop.
Everybody calls it pop.
No, I do not call it pop. So
You're not
I don't
everybody, so
call
you
it
don't
my
count.
dad.
Like, I
yes, but I'm also somebody. So that goes directly against what you just said.
Yeah, well, I don't call my soda father either. So you know.
Give me
Well,
some
you have to have
father.
something in order to call it something.
Oh, oof.
Daddy.
Oh, God.
Yes, champ.
DesignDaddy.
Give me some daddy.
Designed it. I'm still good for calling him Lumbridge Goblin or Lumbridge Daddy or something like that.
I'll figure it out soon. I was
Name
actually
yourself Lumbridge Design Company.
We literally come up with a new name for him every time we meet. So I think he just has to keep
Yes.
notes.
Maybe that can be my thing. I just have a new name every time.
I don't think Twitch will like that.
We call him a phallic turtle.
Phallic turtle. Damn it.
You guys have any questions towards Joe as of right now? Because I can't come up with anything.
I 100% expected you to take the reins on all of this, Roman.
Oh, damn.
So I'm a little disappointed that this is it. This is all you have.
That's all I got, bro. I got nothing.
He shot his shots, and then he
Yeah,
tried to
just-
pass the shots along, and the shots have dropped.
Yeah.
Bars.
Absolutely disappointing. Worst host of a show ever.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
So
I can't
We
believe
still
I
have an hour to go,
bothered.
so you know.
Hell yeah.
if you're not just chatting, like let's say, what are actual games that you play?
I played the most cursed games ever. A lot of retro, a lot of arcade games, and I finally have access to a PS2.
Ooh.
How the hell are you gonna get that on stream?
Well, if you hook it up correctly, it's like a screen share or a game capture. Well,
He's just gonna point his phone at his TV screen.
Hey, man.
My
You gotta-
iToy.
Fucking
dude.
I fucking
have
love
my-
that iToy.
Oh, dude, I remember
Right.
that. That's a throwback.
what?
Back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day when PlayStation was first getting into augmented reality. Yeah.
Yep.
Time splitters and iToys, baby. Let's go.
Right.
See, I was about to say that. I was talking to YoungsterJoseph the other day, and he asked me on stream. He's like, "What are some of your favorite like PlayStation games?" And I was like, hands down, Time Splitters 3, Feature Perfect, and Legends of the Dragoon.
Yes.
And I was like, hands down, 2 of the best games ever.
I mean, you're not wrong. So good on you there, Roman.
It's one of the few times I'm not wrong. Ah, good.
Ooh.
I almost spilled it again.
Question.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Favorite PlayStation game? There you go.
Good luck with that. With how
you
many
got my
selection choices there are?
So many.
Are we locked into the original PlayStation?
Or is it just PS1 or PS2 or PS2 Slim?
Or
Vita.
4 or 5.
Vita? Oh god.
Vita,
I never had the
PSP.
Vita.
Which one
Sorry,
are we
my
talking
parents didn't
about?
love me enough to have a Vita, so
Yeah, same.
I had to
question.
buy my Vita, but I was given a PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, any generation.
That's a little broad.
I'm still waiting for them to bring back Ape Escape, man.
Ooh.
Those were the days. Ape Escape and Metal Gear Solid.
What was Ape Escape again? That sounds familiar.
You literally ran around and you caught monkeys with a net.
The best.
They had little sirens on their heads, and if they saw you, they went crazy. They start running away.
Listen, if you're from like Tajikistan, that's like actual marriage, like how you get married. That's their like tradition. You just throw women into a bag and you run away.
The original inspiration for the game.
Yes.
I mean, if we're talking racing PlayStation game, I'm gonna have to easily say Koro Q.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, I don't remember that game.
It was on
I
the
like how we all
PS2.
oohed, but I have no idea.
I think mine is probably Spyro.
Says the man who's like, oh yeah, I like Zelda games.
And he comes out and says Spyro.
Yeah.
I fucking love Spyro. Fuck off.
I mean, to be fair, Zelda isn't on the PlayStation, so he's got you there.
You guys remember Dak and the Power of Juju?
Yeah, I remember Attack
Yes.
the Power of Juju.
Actually, never played it.
Remember the Nickelodeon show they tried to like launch?
Yeah, it was great. Poo poo noo noo. Poo poo noo noo. I played that game on GameCube. I think it was Tack the Power of Juju, like Lost Mojo or something like that.
Yeah. I remember Lost Mojo. I remember playing the Game Boy. I still have my original Game Boy Advance. It's like the see-through purple one. It's actually in my drawer, like in my room. I remember playing one of the Tack and the Power of Juju games on it, and it was like a platformer, but it was made to look 3D, but it's in that Doom-esque kind of way where it's like 2D paint, like it's 2D, but it's done in the way that it makes it look 3D, right? Because that's how original Doom got around the whole 3D rendering when 3D technology first came out for video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's all I remember from playing Tekken and Power Juju.
I was actually trying to buy a Game Boy Color again. Like one with the box, the original box.
I
They're
think
very
my favorite
expensive.
games to play on those was definitely the Pokemon games.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The original Pokemon games were the best Pokemon games. I honestly, this is probably going to get a whole crap ton of backfire, but these newer Pokemon games are shit.
Oh,
I understand what you're saying. I don't think they're shit, but I do have very little interest in them. Like every single one that I've bought so far that's been new, I haven't gotten past like the first area because I just lose interest in it like halfway through.
Because I don't like any of these new Pokemon. There's fucking Pokemon that look like a fucking chair.
Yeah, I think some of the
I
Pokemon
mean,
are really
that's
dumb.
true. There's a Pokemon that looks like a chair.
Straight up.
Like, it's gone so far downhill. What happened to there only being 151 fucking Pokemon? Where did all these other several hundreds and thousands randomly appear from?
Well, the idea is that it's a multiverse.
Well, when a Pokemon loves each other very much.
You shut up, Peanut.
when you're
I don't mind them adding more Pokemon. I just wish they weren't fucking dumb.
Yeah, they didn't put any thought behind them.
Yeah, it's just literally like, what's the nearest appliance to me, and then give it
Literally,
life.
look next to me. Oh, there's a pen.
to be fair, whenever Pokemon started becoming ice cream cones, I was like, I'm done.
Oh yeah, Vanillite. It's a literal
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, I'm done. Thank you.
I think that's the reason why I think I'm a bigger fan of Digimon.
They always do have like a few gems in the bunch, like that they make for each one, but like for the most part, a lot of them are kind of meh.
Yeah, that's why, unless it's older Pokemon, I'm not playing it. If it's Digimon, I'll play it regardless, because they actually put thought behind their creations.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon, Joe, you got any of them favorite?
Who's your favorite
Pokemans?
Pokemon?
Yeah, who's your favorite Pokemon? Or
I mean,
Pokemon starter?
you guys can guess. You know what's up.
Well, I can't
Vanillite?
really tell because
I can't whenever there's several hundred of them. Are we talking like one of the original 151s, or is it some bullshit chair Pokemon that exists nowadays?
Bullshit.
Well, I was gonna say the only Pokemon that I can tell is Josh Peck because that's what his Discord picture is.
That's not a
Right now.
Pokemon
Starting.
I mean,
Josh
you
Peck
might as
is
well
not
be.
a Pokemon.
that I know of.
They should start turning celebrities into Pokemon. I
It
think that'd be a
wouldn't
good business
surprise me if they
decision.
started doing that.
Trainer Drake.
Fucking Brad Pitt is a Pokemon.
You guys.
I mean, they did make a ferret that looked like Trump, so you know.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
I know exactly which Pokemon I'm talking about. It was from the Alolan.
Oh yes, one of the other games I didn't finish.
Yeah. I only know about it because it's on Pokemon Go.
Youngu, I think that's the name.
Youngoos? Yeah. I think
Chloe's
that's it.
crying.
Oh no.
No.
You let her in, all we hear is like
I know. I can't let her in because of that. She's just gonna start barking. The second someone comes.
Hey, but you guys know, look at my name. Don't look at the Josh Peck profile picture. That's a guess or a hint.
Whoa, it's Josh Beck.
Youngster and Joseph.
Youngoos.
Yeah, I can't. No Pokemon coming to mind with, unless it's Kangaskhan.
Fucking killing me.
Joey Wheeler.
Joey Wheeler, my red eyes black dragon.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Time Wizard.
Yo, Yugs, remember that time we totally didn't murder a guy?
You guys don't know
Send his
Kangaskhan?
No, I know. It's the Cubone's mother's, like, evolved form.
Mommy.
What? No.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, isn't it the giant, not orange, brown thing with a bone?
No.
Looks
Oh,
like
you're
a giant
talking about
armadillo.
the Pokemon with the pouch, right? That has another one
Yeah.
inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's not, you're thinking of Cubone. Or not
Yeah, you're
Cubone,
thinking
but-
Cubone, Roman.
No, you're
That's
thinking of
nothing
Marowak.
close.
Cubone or Marowak, I forget which one you're talking about.
No, because, like, okay, because according to the
Just
lore...
Google it before you make yourself sound like an idiot.
Alright, okay. Here, let me just...
Search it up.
Podcast over.
Podcast over. Roman special.
Stupid.
Kazakhstan Pokemon. I just put Kazakhstan.
That's not
I just
okay.
came up with it. Yeah, that's what it came up with
Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan. That's literally what it came up with. It's like Kazakhstan. Like
the
country, they're like, that's
pronunciation.
a Pokemon, and it's like...
Must not be a very popular Pokemon.
That's exactly what it came up with. It gave me the Wikipedia page for Kangaskhan.
Nice.
But I typed it in Kazakhstan, like the country.
Because Roman can't spell.
Tell us, where is Kangaskhan?
In Kazakhstan.
Whatever the fuck.
So my poor wife walked in here, and she went and she picked us up food, and she did that thing where she just like left her food out, and she's like, "I'll reheat it later."
Oh.
And for some reason, she decided to put it into the air fryer, and she didn't like pay attention to the settings. So she like came in here.
Oh, God.
She's like, I'll probably still be really hungry later. And I was like, why is that? And she just like shows me, and it's like this little puck that used to be a cheeseburger.
Ayo.
And I was like, that's okay. That happens.
That's okay.
You know.
That's not meant to be eaten after it's first made. It's okay.
To be fair, why did we even...
So that was my guess, youngster Joseph.
Oh!
Don't tell me it's
Oh!
fucking
Yeah.
Rattata.
That's me.
Is it Rattata?
I knew
mean,
that
it
it
does
would
look
be like a
really-
youngster, but I was gonna say I thought youngster was in like every game and always had different ones, so I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
from
on
what I
which
remember,
one.
some of the youngsters had like a Bulbasaur or like other starters.
So your favorite Pokemon is Rattata.
Top percentage.
I mean,
And
it
to be
does
fair,
have
he
like
turns into a very big rat.
yeah,
He does.
or a black
I'm not
rat,
gonna
you
deny
know,
that.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
I mean, if Rattata is gonna act like Ratatouille, obviously that's gonna be my favorite too, because that bitch is gonna be making me fucking food. I mean, how am I supposed to complain about that?
It's just Rattata with the
Everyone
knife.
loves Patton Oswalt,
What? Who?
the voice actor for Ratatouille.
Oh, really?
Big fan.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
So uncultured.
Rattata, funny enough, at level 1, if you get the correct items, you can literally get Rattata to one-shot, like, Mewtwo. if you have the correct, like, TMs and everything for him.
Can you even get Mewtwo in like the actual game, or is that like a special thing?
You could in the older ones.
Yeah.
That you had to do something real special to get them to show up, and then you had to use like your one and only Master Ball in the game.
Yeah. I mean, you could catch it with a normal Pokeball because that's what I did in the original games. And
It's
that's
not
how I did it.
advised.
Yeah, because you have
It's a really,
very,
really,
low
really,
chance.
really
Like, it's like
stupid thing to do.
It's like a 0.01% chance of catching it with a normal Pokeball, and it runs away otherwise.
I remember.
I got lucky on my first throw.
I remember when I was in middle school, like right around the time that like the 3rd gen came out. It's like the Hoenn region. I actually got
Me too.
I actually
It's
got
called
like
Under the Bridge.
Hmm?
What?
He was making a dumb joke.
Oh.
Same.
I actually got a Game Shark, and that shit was so much fun, dude.
Game Shark.
Yeah, it's like one of those things.
Oh,
Yeah, where you can get like
Yeah.
cheat codes and all that shit.
yeah.
Dude, as a fucking child, you felt fucking powerful having that.
You
shit.
felt like a god. You're like,
Yeah, I
I
felt
can
like a
get all of
god.
this.
I
So,
had so
you
many
know-
items I didn't even know what they did.
So you know how schools usually had like that one day a year where they'd have like that book fair where they'd just have random ass
Oh
books
yeah,
that
the
they would sell.
Scholastic
Oh
book
my
fair.
God.
There was they actually had the fucking old classic cheat code books that were actually sold in my school
That's kind
for
of
video
lit.
games and stuff for the back old days because no one really had access to the internet to really Google that stuff unless of course you were a rich kid or something.
To be fair, your dad lives in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so
Well, we had internet, I just didn't have access to the computer.
he's like, I would have found out what Pornhub was at a way younger age.
Oh my God.
Probably not. I just played. It was a Hunter game on his PC. That was about it. I forget what it was called though.
Wow.
It was one of the old Cabela games,
Oh.
like really, really old, like early 2000.
Yo, tips and tricks.
I like how
Yeah.
I like how we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be interviewing this man, and then all of a sudden we're just like talking about Pokemon.
To be fair, that's part of youngster Joseph's main. You know,
Main
That's
appeal
his
is that he
thing.
has a Rattata.
that's
It's
his
his
thing.
identity.
Facts.
Yeah, that's his identity.
He is Pokemon.
Can we just get a VTuber model for youngster Joseph that's just him as the trainer with a Rattata?
If you
Just
want
a
to spend
Josh Peck.
$500,
Youngster Joseph is the Rattata, like just his like
In a hot
VTuber
tub.
is just the Rattata. Yeah, in a hot tub. He's just like VR streamer, VTuber hot tub stream. Let's go.
Your VTuber should literally just be Josh Peck with the rat.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just a picture of Josh Peck, but he has like that South Park Canadian mouth where like the top of his head just moves.
Hug me, brother.
Man. That you know what? That'd be fucking hilarious. I might do that. I might make myself like a PNG tuber, but it's like just my Discord picture, but it's just like cut in half at the mouth, so only the top part moves. When I
Ah.
talk.
Next level.
Right. Oh no! Is that your burger? Oh no!
oh, those are that's the burger that was left in
Holy
there.
shit.
What are you talking about? That's
Dang.
still edible. That's just got
Yeah.
a bit of a crunch to it. That's all.
I would just get
My
rid of
wife's
the
a
bun
very
in
high class
general.
woman.
Looks like a pretty patty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. At the same time, though, it kind of looks delicious.
Yeah, it does. I mean, oh man, can we not talk about food?
Yeah, because I'm kind of hungry again,
right now.
even though we
Yeah.
ate Taco Bell earlier. I'm
Dude,
kinda
that's the
hungry again.
curse of Taco Bell. You eat Taco Bell and or fast food in general, and then you're hungry in like 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, I didn't get hungry that fast.
It depends how much you eat.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we ate.
You just have to go with a Taco Bell party pack. That way, it's always a party. And it's
Well,
not as sad.
people say it's a party, but if it only feeds one, is it really a party pack?
Yes.
I don't know. It says party on the outside, so I don't know what you're trying to argue
Party
against.
of one.
Because
Mhm.
just because I can eat a party's worth doesn't mean I want to be called a party one. Makes me feel fatter than what I really am.
I get upset whenever I order a pizza, and like it's happened a couple times.
I'm like, have a good
Yeah,
party,
like-
and you're like, it's just me.
Well, not even that. Like they'll just be like, "Is this just for you?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Yes, it is. Please don't judge me.
That's why I'm glad I live where I live, because that question would never be asked.
They just look at you and they go like, "That's right, you're gonna eat it by yourself, bitch." Like, as a person that's worked as a pizza delivery driver before, I knew just from looking at somebody like, yeah, they ordered all that food for themselves. Like, damn straight. like they come to the door and you're like, yep.
A lot of the
People act
time,
like I don't have Ziploc bags in my house. Like I'm not gonna eat all of it, but obviously I'm gonna take you up on your deal for extra cheap pizza.
And like a sandwich with it and whatnot.
I mean, I'll just keep it in the box and then eat it cold. I don't care. I like cold pizza.
Oh, that's a good question. Joseph, do you like cold pizza or do you like your pizza like hot and ready?
Yo, I like pop and I like cold pizza.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, okay, alright. What about you, Peanut? Do you like it cold?
I think it depends, because like there's some places that you cannot eat their pizza cold.
Oh, that's
What would
true.
you say is your favorite cold pizza place?
Oh, he's got one already in mind. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like whenever you get like those like New York style places where it's like the thin pizza, because like it's just not too much of anything.
Yeah, the Brooklyn style pizzas. Yeah, the ones that are like,
Yeah, like
oh,
that-
you come to Brooklyn, you eat a slice of my pizza, you know?
Joey Wheeler.
that stuff's good.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
like
you.
you get like I don't know, like I've had Little Caesars cold before, and I was like, what is this?
I
What
love
is-
Caesar's cold.
Oh, dude, the Little Caesars.
It makes me shiver.
Little Caesars. What is it? They're what's that like thing that they have that's not a pizza and it's like calzone, the calzone thing. Whatever cheese they use on that makes me shit so bad.
oh my god.
I
They
can't
do
eat it
use a different
cold.
type.
Yeah, I can't eat that cold because like it's only good when it's hot, but if you try to eat it when it's cold, it makes me sick immediately.
Well, I mean, you shit footballs regardless.
I mean, yeah. Don't you know that's how footballs are made? They just collect.
They come out of your asshole.
Yeah, they just slap them into a form, like into a mold, and then they go like, bam, next
Touchdown.
one. So straight to the shop. Let's go. Would you ever consider having a VTuber model, Mr. Joseph?
I'm not opposed to it, and maybe that'll be the next thing that I try out.
I guarantee you, your followers will skyrocket like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Seems to be the thing right now.
It's been the thing
VTubers-
for a while.
Everybody that I know that has a VTuber model, like
They
their
skyrocket.
their follower count like just skyrockets, and their viewership count also goes along with it. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me.
Are you guys down to do
'Cause-
that?
I was thinking about it being like half VTube, half real kind of streamer.
Yeah.
Where some streams I'll do my model, other streams I'll do me, and kind of do a redeem where I'll do back and forth, kind of that kind of thing. But that requires a lot of work, and I'm really sucky when it comes to creative stuff.
Well, which means you have to pay somebody, which means you have to have a couple $100,
Yeah,
which
that I
is
definitely
not
don't
fun.
have right now.
I've been like slowly working on, because like it kind of goes with the formatting of my show or my channel. It's like I've been working on it, but it's so difficult. Like every time I make a little bit of progress on like making a model and like rigging it, I mess something up and then I have to go back and work on it again.
You should just make your instead of having a VTuber right now, just get a PNG tuber, but it's just the box ghost from Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I did one stream where I made just like a flat like face with just eyes and a mouth, and I like rigged it, and then I like put a robot voice on, and it was supposed to be like artificial intelligence.
How'd that work out?
And, like it was fine, and like it was easy to get away with how bad it was, because you could just be like, yeah, it's intentionally bad. I intentionally did this. And I mean, and that was the thing too, is like a lot of people just showed up, but like even just the work to me, like getting to that point, like I was like, this sucks. So it's like I keep working on it, but
Yeah, that's why
a lot of work
that's why
goes
you pay
into
somebody
it.
else to do it.
Birdo.
I don't pay no one to do any of my creative stuff. it myself and I stick it in my portfolio and then it pays for itself.
So low.
So Youngster Joseph, do you read a lot? Like, I guess this kind of applies to like the rest of us. Do you guys all read a lot?
Read what?
No, I mean just books, like in general.
A lot.
A lot.
Do you
yeah.
read
Do you read the words
dot,
a
dot,
lot?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's like you didn't even listen to the question, monkey.
He just said, "Do you read a lot?" That was the question.
Okay.
Yeah, do you read a lot? The book a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You read it?
Do you read the words a
Do you subscribe to the words of a lot?
Yeah.
Like, comment,
that's like
subscribe.
Handy's.
The lot.
Yeah.
A
I feel
lot.
like he's just over there rolling his eyes.
I'm
Can't even deal
most
with this
definitely
joke right
rolling
now.
my
It's
eyes
too much
right now.
for him.
I mean, the man doesn't have eyes; he just has glasses.
There's
classic
Instead of
anime
eye
character.
sockets, yeah, he's just
It's 4 eyes.
Eye sockets and glasses.
oof. Ooh, that's rough.
See, I guess I'll take the head on the question just because it's like I don't, but the only reason I don't read is because I'm severely dyslexic.
This man
Oh.
like gets so confused trying to read a book, he just gives up and goes to the bathroom and starts vomiting.
Yeah, no. Essentially, it's like when you're like super dyslexic, you can read. You just have to teach yourself to do it, but it just takes a lot out of you and it just makes you really sleepy. So it's like not really something I look forward to. So I'll do audiobooks, but I'll like read a book if I'm like, man, I just want to go to sleep right now. Because about 10-15 minutes, I'll be out.
Oh, dude, that's me with textbooks. I can't. Like whenever I was in college reading law books, I was like, I can't. Like one page, I'm out. Like I can't.
That's how it would be too with school stuff. If I was like really uninterested in it.
Are you asking me if I read oh, words are so difficult right now. If I read books that are written from a non-anime perspective, then no. I only read manga.
Yeah,
So you
spoken
like
like a
picture
true
books.
weeb. All right.
Classy.
I was actually trying to pick up reading a lot more a while ago. I kind of just stopped doing it, but I do want to get back into it though.
I recently reread a book that I had in high school because I graduated from a military boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Born to Run. Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, it's written by... let me see here.
Damn, we're doing book club now too.
Yeah,
Right.
It's by Christopher McDougall, and it's called Born to Run, a hidden tribe, super athletes, and the greatest race the world has never seen. Honestly, it's a great read. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that's listening to the podcast and just is curious about like how running works. Because like I'm a fat bastard. I don't like to run. Run does not exist in my vocabulary. Unless it's followed by the word bathroom, you know? You gotta sprint to make to the football factory, you know?
That cardio.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of cardio, I just recently started going to the gym again.
Hell
All I
yeah.
do is like 45 minutes on the bikes every day, but man, it sucks the whole time.
Well, I mean,
So
they say you're supposed to be active at least 30 minutes a day, so it's not like that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm putting in the work, but
Especially
hopefully...
cardio. Cardio is good for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was gonna say like, I'm just trying to slowly better myself. So like, I started reading more. I started trying to work out. So, I guess my lead up question is like, Joseph. I guess the questions are like the first question is like, do you read books often, or like, when was the last time you touched a book? You know.
Before I answer that question, can we possibly get a Roman the Russian workout stream?
Ooh.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's doable.
I don't know if they allow that though.
Just
Yeah.
bring your whole PC.
18
into the
plus?
gym.
Just me lifting my whole PC, like, fuck this.
I mean, technically, you
Excuse
have a
me, Someone very
GoPro.
important requested this.
It's like, those people that set up their little phones, like, so they can record themselves doing all their shit.
Don't you have like a treadmill in your room or something?
I have an elliptical. It
Yeah, he has
sucks.
an
There you
elliptical.
go.
He doesn't ever use it though,
Well,
Get on that elliptical, baby.
because
I'll
it'll do
it right
more
now.
damage than help.
Yeah, because like for like I have back problems, so like I'm supposed to only use recumbent bikes, like the gym bikes that lean back.
Oh, you
I'm
know
supposed
what?
to be using those.
So just get on the elliptical
Roman.
backwards.
If you do want to do like a fitness stream, you can probably try the Ring Fit thing for the Switch.
Oh God,
It's actually not bad. I tried it. It's actually pretty decent.
Ring Fit. All right, I'll have
It's
to
not.
look
It's
into
not bad depending on what level difficulty you put it on.
I mean that too,
Yeah.
but I mean the difficulty scales like your actual physical ability. So
For
They're
content.
just
Someone
like,
who is physically
"Ah, my
fit and
weak,
puts it
weak arms
on the
ah."
extreme stuff, that shit can get tough.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Joseph, yes, I guess I could do that on Sunday.
Yeah.
probably be good. I was
But
actually
will
gonna
you?
debate
We
starting
want
it
some
again today.
dedication here, Roman.
You know what? Fine. I'll take the challenge. I will do a workout stream this Sunday.
Let's
There we
go.
Hell yeah!
We're just gonna be like, all right, there we go. Guaranteed. I'll do some bicep curls, some tricep curls. It's like you gotta do the curls for the girls. Tries for the guys.
You wanna do a weight loss?
I'm excited
challenge
to see
doing this, Roman?
tricep curls.
You want to do a weight loss challenge? Oh, I could do that.
Yo.
I am
I
not
mean-
getting involved in that.
I mean, listen. I'm sure Joseph's seen my thick butt on stream before. Every time I stand up, everyone's like, "God damn, do you have a commercial driver's license for that dump truck?" And
I
say,
mean, I'm just
"No,
way
I
too
drive
fat and
illegal."
lazy to do it. That's my only reason.
I have like 35-pound dumbbells literally under my PC setup, like under the desk. If I could figure out how to lift my desk up, because it's a standing desk, with all the crap on it without it falling off, maybe I'll do that on Sunday. Otherwise, all the workouts are going to be me sitting in the chair, because that's the only way you guys will see anything. I'm just going to sit in the chair and just do curls and be like, "Ugh, one."
Just chatting. Just kidding. I'm just doing curls. Don't
Just sweating.
Just sweating.
don't
Just
bother
sitting.
me. I gotta focus.
Just see the imprint of my man titties just like in the shirt.
Dying.
Just death. Just
Your erect nips.
just going right through my shirt and like bleeding. No.
No, I know what that feels like. That shit hurts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you want to tell everybody the story of how that came to be?
Of how my nipples became
Ripped
bloody
off?
nubs.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Some monkey lore.
Yeah.
So basically, back I think I was like 14 at the time. 14 sounds about right. We went to go tubing. Do you guys know what tubing is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is that the thing where your dad's supposed to slap on the condom and then he messes it up and then you're born?
Gonna move on from that. So as you guys know, tubing is where you ride a little donut thing down a river. So we were doing that. Well, my mother had the smart idea of having me wear a shirt that had a whole bunch of little diamonds. That way it was like full breathe through kind of shirt.
Like the bedazzled shirts. Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, you mean
except
like
they were
those fishnet shirts almost?
yeah, basically yeah.
Okay.
Except instead of it being fishnet designed, it was little diamond designs all throughout it.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, it was like bedazzled.
as we know, tubing is not made of really good sliding material. It's not the stuff you actually slide on, it's the shit that stops you. So here I am riding a 1.5 miles down a river, constantly getting on and off the tube, jumping on and off on my belly. Well, here, about halfway through the ride, about half a mile to 3/4 of a mile in, I'm starting like, my nipples hurt. So, as anyone does whenever the nipples start hurt, you kind of press on them to like try to alleviate some pressure off of them. And then here, I pull my shirt away just a little bit. All I see is just blood. just blood that's just going down the front side of my body. I'm like, where are my nipples? So as I'm pulling my shirt away, I use my finger to like try to feel for like where my nipple is. All I feel is just pain. I'm like, oh my God, where the hell are my nipples? So I had to suffer for another fucking 3/4 of a mile till the drop-off zone where I could actually officially get off of the river, out of the river. And there was a shower back at the thing, so I had to ride the bus like that too. So then I hopped in the shower, poured all the water off me. The only thing left were literally just bloody nubs because they were rubbed off between my shirts and the tube.
Somewhere in that river.
Somewhere in that river, my nipples
again.
exists.
Pepperoni.
Because they were
Probably
rubbed
eaten by a
off
fish.
so hard.
Probably eaten by a fish. Then the fish got eaten by some like animal. Or a human.
Fishies were probably like, ooh!
Specific nipple eating fish in that river.
Circle of life.
To be fair, they probably look at it and be like, ooh, fish food. Because of how finely grained my nipples probably were inside that water, they're probably just like, ah, yeah, fish food. It's definitely edible.
Lunch.
Either that or his nips are literally laying on the bottom of a river, never to be seen again. Like, for like, until the end of the planet Earth, like, until the Earth dies from, like, a heat death. From the
I don't know.
sun.
Wouldn't nipples dissolve in the water after time, though?
You mean decay? I would imagine.
Well,
No.
they're just
Dissolve.
get bloated.
Dissolve. We've landed on the word dissolve.
Yeah.
They're like sugar. They just dissolve into the water.
I mean, given
Nipples are
enough
now
time, it'll become one with the water.
Yeah, it's now, they now call that the nipple river.
The nipple river.
Yeah.
It was the
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
when he's 80, he's going to point to the river and he'll be like,
My nipples!
That's where I lost my nipples.
there used to be orange groves as far as the eye could see.
No, my
Now
nipples
they're
used
just
to
my-
activate normally. Now I have to slap them in order to get them to stop.
I'm fucking joking.
Simpler times.
Simpler times when nipples worked the way they were originally intended.
I can feel Youngster Joseph laughing behind,
Oh, yeah.
behind himself.
The mic is muted.
The mic is muted, but he's over there in his room cracking up. His mom's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
Like, why is there a man talking about his nipples being rubbed off the bloody nubs?
Tubing hit different.
Yeah, that's why I'm never gonna go tubing again wearing a fucking shirt that has fucking air
bedazzled
holes
diamond.
all throughout it. Or shirtless, because fuck that too.
I mean,
Just seems like an activity maybe you should stay away from. Like,
Just
maybe
in
that's
general.
not for you.
I mean, that's fair. I almost did die 3 times.
How per
drowning.
se?
I guess the real question is, because we said that we should always take the time to ask our guests, but we have to know if Mr. Joseph here believes in ghosts,
Well,
and if he has a ghost story.
ooh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's okay, that's what I'm here for.
I haven't really come across any ghosts, but I'm open to it, and I'm interested in hearing some crazy stories.
All right, guys, to the cemetery.
All right, off we go.
fuck that. Hell no. Not unless I get to bring the sage.
I'll bring the demon.
Brings an old man. I am the sage, and you just start burning him alive.
No, that would bring more.
Imagine.
Jokes on you.
They
That's
would
how
think it's
ghosts
a
are made.
fucking ritual.
Jokes on you. That's how ghosts are made. Like, the lore. It tricked me.
You have to clap and believe in fairies, but ghosts, if you don't believe, that's what makes them come to life.
I mean, that was a thing in Supernatural where someone came up with a story, and because they
the
posted
tulpa?
online, so
Yeah.
many people believed in it that it became a thing.
Yeah, that comes from an actual like historical practice for Tibetan monks, where like you have like a group of monks sit together and try to meditate on like one aspect, like or point in front of them, and then they all try to like basically just like use their brain to like try to make a thing come to life. That's where the lore comes from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. There was a book on it. I forget what it was called.
So you say you're open to the concept, but do you believe that they exist?
I believe that there's something out there, and maybe they just want to hang out with us. I don't know. That's just my thought about it.
I mean,
Some of them do. Some of them really do not.
I see.
I just believe that there are at least 3 ghost butts touching you at all times. So like,
That's just because you want that to be a
I
thing.
mean, listen, that's probably why I'm always turned on.
I didn't realize you were attracted to 30-plus-year-old men's butts being shoved in your face.
I mean, are they dead?
They're ghosts. What do you think?
Yo,
Is that important information for you to have?
yo. That's 6 cheeks.
Yeah, dude, that's 6 cheeks you can slap around. You know.
Well,
You
that's
can't-
as long as one of them weren't cut off before death, and it,
Oh man,
carried with them.
what are you like? Some Scottish guy in a battle got his butt cheek cut off with a claymore.
His kilt.
I mean, you
Very
say
specific,
cut
Roman.
off with a claymore, but that you mean blown off with a claymore.
He's talking about the sword claymore.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think he was talking about this.
No, I was talking about the sword.
Talk about the anime Claymore.
That's
Right.
such a good
That's
anime.
It is.
such a
I
good
fucking
anime.
love that anime.
That anime is so great.
Oh,
Oh,
that-
speaking of youngster Joseph, do you watch anime?
My favorite,
not at all.
my favorite anime is pretty cursed. It's called The Golden Boy.
Hey, I remember Golden Boy.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna pull a giant, massive troll moment and go with the Boku option.
Boku no Pico. Yeah.
Wait,
I think Friends is my favorite.
wait. Boku no Pico de Gallo?
No. Take out the Gallo in there and it's just Boku no Pico is like cursed hentai.
I hated. My friends actually turned that on in my Discord once, and I stumbled
I've
upon
seen
the
it so many
stream.
times. You just sat there and watched it broadcasting on Discord.
I didn't know what was happening, but they just fucking played it, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Okay.
And then
So
he
the
pulled out
premise
his
of
cock.
Boku no Pico is it's like an incest
It's not
anime
incest.
or whatever. Like
It's just pedophilia.
I guess it's
Not
weird.
I guess it is. That's literally what it is.
I don't know what the age groups are in there. I didn't watch. I didn't watch it for that long to find out. I was just like, nope. Okay, bye.
You don't need to watch it for that long. You could just look at the fucking character and know it's not a lolly.
Nah, that's fair. It's fair. Anyways, back on topic. I guess I should mention the book that you just threw here in the Discord because obviously our listeners don't really get to read our Discord chats. You shared a book and you said the last thing that you've read was Hip Hop Family Tree Book 1, 1970s to 1981. The Hip Hop Family Tree. Let me see, who's this by?
It's by Barry. You know Barry?
What's Barry?
Barry D's Nuts.
Berries and cream.
Oh, shit!
In
Oh,
your
you got
mouth.
me. It says Ed Piscor. It says Ed Piscor. And I'm like, I mean, is piss core like a genre of music? It's just,
I'm just glad you fell for that.
God, you got me. You got me good. You know what? You know what? We're keeping that in the podcast.
Why the fuck would it go anywhere else?
Yes, by
Wasting
Barry.
away.
That's gonna be
Herman's
clipped.
like, what happened to the Youngster Joseph podcast? We just had to get rid of it. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
We just have to re-record the episode at a later time.
Round
We
2.
just had to scrap it. Poor Roman got fatality'd over here.
By Barry.
Brutality over here.
Friendship.
So is that a comic book?
Yeah, so I was
It
on a
looks-
podcast and we talked about comic books and hip hop.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, really crazy to see how hip hop started from its like underground shows and to see it make the mainstream. It for sure like had a big evolution, a big spike in popularity.
It's crazy because nowadays when we listen to like hip hop on the radio, it's all garbage. Like 90% of the time. And then it gets overplayed.
I wonder if it's even still technically considered hip hop at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just gets so jumbled up and like remixed into everything else.
Yeah, what do you guys think about hip hop, or I guess the new style of music these days?
I believe they call it mumble rap.
Oh my god, I forgot
Oh
about
my
that.
god, dude.
If we're talking about the rap option, I don't like it at all, because it just reminds me of the rap pretty much starting to change, doing that the massive change in rap music. Because you figure about 2 decades ago, or even about 15 to a decade ago, rap music, it had meaning. It was things like what Eminem produced. It was things about their life, stuff like that. Anytime within the past decade and now have always been about the same things. Sex, degrading women, drugs, and ass.
I mean, isn't that everything that I talk about on a daily basis?
It's things that I don't care to listen about.
Except the degrading women part, anyway. But like,
Respectfully.
respectfully, yes.
Respectfully degrading women.
I don't like any rap music pretty much at all, because that's all what it's turned into nowadays.
Yeah, that's fair
I
enough.
don't mind rap
You don't
music.
you don't like any original rap music?
I like original. I said any of the rap music nowadays.
Oh, the current days.
See, I usually just listen to like nerdcore anyway. So whatever.
Nerdcore? What's that?
Yeah.
No idea what the
Nerdcore.
fuck that is.
You guys have never
I know
heard about
Knight's
nerdcore.
Core.
No, that's different.
No.
YoungsterJoseph, have you
MC
ever heard
Fun
of
a lot?
Yeah, MC Fun a lot, like MC Chris, Adam Warrock, you know,
Optimus Rhyme.
yeah, Optimus Prime. Yeah, I remember Optimus Prime. Yeah, that's the thing. I love it.
Believe it or not, I
Joseph,
used
have
to
you ever
be-
heard of that?
I actually went to a concert hosted by Megaran.
Megaran. Ooh, nice, nice. I met MC Chris like personally before I ever went and saw one of his shows. Funny enough, it was at a bar in Pittsburgh.
Hey.
Yeah, it was like the night before the show. He was like, "Oh yeah, I have a show tomorrow. Like, you just want to come with?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." But then I got to the venue because the venue was literally down the street, and I was living above a bar in Pittsburgh. And then I get to the venue right as he's setting up. It's like, and they wouldn't let me through the door, and he's like, no, he's with me. I'm like, what? I got into the concert for free.
Yo. Ooh,
It was really nice.
question. Who would you guys
yeah.
want to see live?
From a singer perspective,
Abraham Lincoln.
I gotta look up their name.
Oh, well, you don't care that much then, do you?
It's a Japanese name.
Speaking of which,
Just type it into the chat.
Does it
oh yeah, Peanut, you were gonna. Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead.
does it end with no Pico?
Fuck no.
You want to see Boku no Pico live?
Watch party?
Boku no Pico on ice.
The band is called Rad Wimps.
Ooh,
Radwimps.
Radwimps.
Ooh.
they're good.
I would love to see them live.
Radwimps. People I'd like to see live. Man, that's. Can I just say like original Blink 182 with Tom?
That'd be
Tom
pretty
Cruise?
fucking lit.
No.
Top Gun.
Tom Cruise.
Like Tom, like the original cast of like Blink 182.
I have no idea what the hell that even is. But to be
The
fair, I'm
band?
not very
Blink
good whenever it
182?
comes to band names, singer names, or song names.
No, that's fair. Apparently, okay, so Blink 182 had a, like, one of their lead singers, I think it was, or drummer or whoever, named Tom, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for not knowing who Tom Tom is, but apparently he broke off because he had this whole thing about aliens. Like, he wanted to go and chase UFOs and like do alien shit, and I'm like, you know what? I respect that, but at the same time, like, his whole band broke up over it, and then they had to replace him, and it.
I don't
Some
think
people
that
would
was
say
the
Blink 182
reason.
hasn't
Was
been
it?
like the same. Well,
I think that was
believe-
part of the reason he didn't go back with them, because at the moment I know he's doing something with the government or something like that.
So what happened was
aliens.
he broke up so he could start this company that now works with the U.S. government trying to hunt aliens.
Oh.
It was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm like, on one hand I can't really fault the guy because like you got to do what you got to do, but like you also like just abruptly up and left the band because they were constantly fighting with each other because of the fact that he was doing something on the side.
Yeah. I heard Mark Hoppus is good now with his cancer, so I think I also heard that Tom is down to actually get back with them as well.
Well, I
Like,
hope
whenever-
one day we get Blink 182 back.
Yeah, that'd be pretty lit. I saw Blink like for the first time, like 2019, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was with oh fuck, what's his name? The lead singer of Alkaline Trio. Fucking oh my god, Matt Skiba. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
with
the
Matt
fapping
Skiba.
there.
Yo.
Oh, what Peanut was gonna say something about nerdcore earlier.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
No.
Whatever it was, it's not there anymore.
It's funny because every time he talks, you just see his head because he has a GIF on Discord. It just
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I'm over here paying for this shit. What an idiot.
what a nerd. What a dude.
What a real
Nerdcore.
What a real goober.
Yeah.
Still never heard of that till this day.
Nerdcore. Let me give you the nerdcore.
Or
definition.
not, and say we did.
Maybe I was gonna say I used to be a part of MC Frontalot's friend group. I was dating a girl
Ooh.
that like got me into that friend group, and then I broke up with the girl, and I'm not in that friend group no more.
Oh, you should have stayed just so you could be friends with MC Frontalot, bro.
I debated it, but like I was awful. I never played League of Legends, and it's like that's all they did was play League of Legends.
Oh.
So I had to sit there and play League of Legends. I was like, I don't really like this girl, and I don't really like this game. It's like, but I really like MC Frontalot.
League ruined your relationship.
That's when you break up with her and start dating MC Frontalot.
If only it was that easy.
Right.
And get him on the podcast.
Yo, you know what? We'll work our way up and then get MC Frontalot on the podcast just so Peanut can be like, hey, buddy, how's it been?
I'll reach back out to her.
Yeah.
Hey, what's MC Frontalot's Discord?
I'm sure you could just Google that. Nerdcore describes a style of hip-hop music that focuses on topics and themes related to nerd and geek culture. The subgenre hit peak popularity in the early 2000s. I don't know, man. It's still pretty fucking bomb. It's basically like MC Frontalot, MC Chris, MC Lars, Beefy. You said Mega Ran.
Mm-hmm. Barry.
People like Barry. Yeah. That's the only like hip hop that I kind of listen to. I have no idea why I'm like burping so much.
Disgusting.
Fucking disgusting. Oh, I guess Nick, did you ever answer which band you wanted to see live?
There's quite a few, but one of them I know Vanessa was going off about this one band, I think you might have actually mentioned it to me too. Is I really want to see. It's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I remember.
Shit sounds fucking cool. I would love to see System of a Down too, but I don't know if they still play anymore.
Oh yes.
No.
Oof.
Believe it or not, I got to see their last show at Ozfest.
Yo.
If only I knew in that moment that would be the last time.
He would have
I would have
spent more
soaked
money.
it in more.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
dude,
about you?
But I was
Kenan?
like, I think I'd like to see the Beastie Boys.
ooh,
Do you know what?
Yo.
Do you know what?
That's one that I never got to see.
Beastie
You know what?
Boys.
Can't stop. Waltz.
Hearing Galactic live would be really cool.
Yo, and yeah, right.
Intergalactic, whatever the fuck it's called.
Or like No Sleep Till Brooklyn, like Brass Monkey is one of my favorite songs by the Beastie Boys. It's actually the first song I ever heard by the Beastie Boys was Brass Monkey, and it still slaps to this day.
I mean, I think all their stuff still slaps to this day.
Yeah. Youngster Joseph.
But alas,
Sabotage, dude.
Yes.
Speaking of music, Youngster Joseph, you've been known to lay down some tracks. I know you've worked on some bits of music. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I love making cursed blurst edits, but luckily enough, my friend invited me to be featured on a rap track. So yeah, maybe I can link that on the Discord chat.
I know that like one of the things that you worked on was a lo-fi album. I think that's what I asked. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's the 4 a.m. Track with Soda Chill, Solos, Easy Y, and yourself.
Yep, that was
I love
fun.
that track. That was really good. Yeah. How did that process go? Did they just like message you and go like, "Hey, do you wanna be part of this?" And then you're just like, "Oh, okay."
Want some of this?
Yeah. How did the whole recording thing go?
Yeah, so this goes back to the whole like collab topic. I feel like Twitch is super punk rock and anything goes on the Twitch show. Literally, Vinxv, the artist behind this project, just hit me up and made some Twitch magical moments. Laid down a 16 in a day.
I'm trying to find a clip of me doing one of the raps for Solo Freed here on my Twitch. I just have to find it. I have a Twitch regime on my Twitch channel where like I write a rap in like 5 to 10 minutes and then I just have to like
Read it off.
read it off. It's not good. They're never good because it only takes 5 to 10 minutes and I just find words that rhyme and I'm just like, oh, these are terrible.
Dude, you've dropped bars in our Discord, like our personal messages.
Yeah, I've done that.
It's fun.
I'm just trying to figure. It is always a good time. Let me see if I can find. Man.
Wait, can I post one of your writtens in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
So Roman sent this to me. This was awesome.
Look, I'm trying to find it.
Can we get you to recite this on the podcast?
Oh my god. Oh no.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh,
Oh god, this is great.
you gotta do it.
Oh my god.
Half of it.
I don't think I can do this with a straight face. Okay.
If you laugh, you lose.
No, dude, I'm already lost. I can't.
You
I'm
lose.
already
You gotta
lost.
eat a packet of mild and hot fire sauce.
Just
You know
think
what?
of
You know what?
sackcloth.
I'll do that beforehand. Yeah. Yeah. So let me see. I love how one of the lines is "I love tits." They come in pairs.
Read the whole thing out loud, Roman.
Hey,
Don't pick and choose.
Dude, I can't do this. Like, straight face. Roman the Russian coming in to make this beat busting. Got your mama, sister, and your bitch all lustin'. Wouldn't love me because I'm the only man they trust in. I come from a land of ice and snow. Ice so cold you'll freeze to death. Enemies complimenting me with their last breaths. I call myself the Soviet bear. You call me fat, chunk, chubby to diss me because I'm an all-around person. Ain't no square. Thoughts love my luscious locks. You know I got that glorious hair. I get my women like I love tits, cause they come in pairs. Calling your girl fat, but I be loving on her, because she's shaped like a pear, a fruit. Give that ass a slap, and I get a little toot toot.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Round of applause for Roman.
You know what? I'm gonna clip that from the audio. I'm just gonna flip.
Yo, Birdo, put in some applause right here. Post.
Yeah, right. I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna get that clipped, and I'm just gonna make that my sub noise now. Anytime subs to me on Twitch.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Your VTuber model.
Yeah, my VTuber model. Anytime somebody makes like a redeem, or maybe I will just make it a channel point redeem. It'll just be like, hey, I do raps, and it just does that. That took me all of like 3 minutes to write, by the way.
Wow, so talented.
No, it's garbage. It's hot garbage.
It's beautiful.
Why you talk down on yourself, Roman?
Roman, you're the modern day Shakespeare.
Shut up. Oh, is that like Jaden Smith is the most prolific philosopher of our time?
Wait, what?
On Twitter.
Yeah, dude, on Twitter, did you know Will Smith's kid is all like, I am the greatest philosopher known to man in our time.
What has he said? Give me.
Oh, he says a lot.
Okay, yeah, he says a lot. Let me look this up.
Give me his most prolific speech.
Jaden Smith. Alright, right, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna look up quotes, alright?
Oh, I got one.
Jaden Smith quotes. Yeah, go ahead.
And can we have someone read this?
How
can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
What?
What?
That's what it says. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
You have to have dramatic pauses in it. Try again, monkey.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
Then you have to.
What, dude?
He's got one that says, if everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have a much more intelligent society. And I'm like, what?
Fucking thing, Peanut.
There's another one that goes like, if newborn babies could speak, they would be the most intelligent beings on the planet Earth.
I highly doubt that.
Doubt it.
Let's see what else we got.
Have you ever like come out of like a shell shocked situation with something smart and intelligent to say?
Kids who go to normal school are so teenagery, so angsty.
You know what? Okay, I can kind of get behind this one. This one says, people tell me to smile. I tell them the lack of emotion on my face doesn't mean I'm unhappy.
Deep.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. Like, okay, that one's all right. That one's all right in my book. Because, like, I got resting bitch face. I don't have resting bitch face in the sense of, like, I'm angry, like, whenever I have resting face. Everybody's just like, why? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Like, because I have resting sad face. And they're like, you okay?
All right, one more for me.
All right. Yeah, well, you gotta read this one. You gotta participate, Mike.
All right. Just stare in the mirror and cry, and you'll be good.
I do that every day.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Roman's like, I don't have to read those instructions, fam.
Yeah.
They want you to believe the sun is hot. I urge you to ask yourself, have they ever touched it? Think about it. I mean, I see where he was going with that quote, but like, at the same
You just
time,
want to
you're a
like simply
dumbass.
respond, Jaden. Do you know people get sunburns, right?
I'll watch movies I like to see. Steve Jobs interviews, something that's going to make me smart, and then go to sleep. You can be a pharaoh. Like a pharaoh means that which you will become.
My dad once told me, he was like, the only time you should lie is when someone's holding a gun to your head and says, okay, liar, I'm gonna shoot you. And that really stuck with me.
I like that.
You know what? That's pretty good. Bro, can somebody just make a rap with all these quotes?
And when
You know
I
what?
say, sorry, go on.
No, you go on.
And when I say craziest, I mean like, I don't want to do like Olympic level things. There's a lot. Holy fuck.
Ooh, this one.
When you live your whole life in a prison, freedom can be so dull. All right, Pnod, you gotta read that one because you.
If I were white and not Will Smith's silly son, I'd be the most respected philosopher of our and all time. Okay, Jaden.
Dang.
Goddamn. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
Ooh, football.
Hut, hike.
Oh, touchdown.
I mean, you can touch my down.
Oh, yeah. Yellow flag.
So, like, now that he's gone, is this just like a second in command thing, and now like I have to take over?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Oh,
that
God,
is,
we
Peanut.
we hear him. We even hear him yelling at Monkey right now.
He's not yelling, he's just speaking because he's retarded and forgets that my mic will still pick him up when he speaks.
Stupid dumb Roman.
Dumbass Roman.
Well, I don't know. Roman didn't even give me a script or anything. He didn't even tell me what was going on.
Oh.
He told you that he was going to drop his pants, and that's what we went
Yeah.
off of.
And that's what I'm here for. It was funny because I was making fun of Roman a second ago, being like, "You idiot! Why don't you write down your questions?" And I had a good question, and I didn't write it down on this piece of paper that I have right in front of me. So instead, I think we should all spend the next 60 seconds in silence thinking about how we should always learn to write down things on a piece of
Yeah.
paper.
Reflect on
What
it.
if you don't got paper?
That's right. I forgot that you live by candlelight as well.
do.
I'm sorry.
I literally have a lit candle right next to me.
It's lit.
Yeah, you're a special breed.
I do. Hey, just saying. Candles are guaranteed light.
What are you talking about? How are they guaranteed light?
Because if you lose electricity, your light bulb ain't going to give you shit.
Yeah, but if you don't have a lighter, what is a candle gonna do?
There's tons of ways to create fire. There's not tons of way of creating electricity on spontaneous moments.
Yeah, but as easy it is for you to, I could stick some probes into a potato and get light.
Not very long. And it
As
wouldn't
long
be
as
that
the
bright.
potato wills it.
We should try it.
You seem offended.
I know.
I mean, technically, if you want the most efficient way to create electricity, you just use a battery if you got a battery to juice your light bulb.
Do you think in medieval times people would actually use potatoes?
I bet in medieval time nobody even knew about the general
Depends.
concept
Are
of
they in
electricity.
Just all of Ireland surviving purely on potato power.
I always think about what it would be like if you were like thrown back into time, like just medieval ages. They're like, yeah, prove it. And it's just like, I wouldn't know the first thing about making electricity.
All I know is I
would
need
not-
a copper wire.
Yeah. Google it.
You'd have to hope that they were even doing copper at that point.
Exactly. I mean, you can easily have one do it, though, because you figure they're making swords and armor and shit at that. Someone can easily make a fucking flimsy piece of copper wire.
Oh yeah, well, you don't have to necessarily tell anybody what you're doing. Like, if you go back in time to a time where like people can like, let's say blacksmithing's a thing.
It would obviously be a thing.
Have like multiple different blacksmiths make you different parts, and you could assemble them yourself. You just be like, yeah, I just need this guy to make me a bunch of copper wire, and come back to him in a couple of months and be like, all right, I need you to make this magnet for me. Thanks.
They wouldn't know what the fuck a magnet is.
Well,
So I'm saying
not like a magnet.
Explain to me how you get this done.
Okay, so like, let's say you want to invent electricity, right? So you go to like a blacksmith, and you find somebody to make you a bunch of like thin copper wire, right? And like a handle, and like and then you set up like some sort of like wheel thing, and then all you have to do is like, if you know anything about finding magnets, what you really need to do is like, if you can find a magnet.
Explain how you find magnets. I would like to be.
That's what I would like to know.
Find a magnet.
Okay, well,
you're digging yourself a real bad hole here, Roman. Please keep going.
So if Dr. Stone has taught me anything, the way that you can make a super
well, we can
magnet...
end the conversation now.
Why?
Well,
Why? Wait a second. Hold on, Roman. Pnod, elaborate now.
I'm 1,000,000,000% sure this isn't going to go anywhere, but go ahead, Roman.
I just want to know why you insulted Dr. Stone.
You know what? You're right. How dare I insult one of Dr. Stone's pupils? Please go ahead.
One of Dr.
Okay.
Stone's pupils.
Okay, so all you really need to do to make a homemade magnet is, if you have like a stick of iron and you wrap like, let's say, copper around it or something, and then you can get it, if you can get it struck by lightning, you could probably, like, it'll make a magnet. Or you can find magnets by themselves, like, it's an ore that you can find.
All right, Roman, we got a DIY project for you for next podcast.
Yeah, I got you. Let me go get struck by lightning real quick.
Potatoes.
Find your
Monkey,
nearest
can
lightning
you please
storm.
hold the camera while Roman tries to make a magnet?
Wait, repeat that again?
All right.
I said, can you please hold the camera while Roman tries to make a magnet?
Yes, I would gladly do it.
Oh my god.
The whole time Roman's just out there, he's like, listen, all we need is a lightning bolt to hit this, and we are good to go.
Right.
No, okay, like, I'm saying, like, if you went back in time, let's say, like...
Just get someone to hold the
like,
lightning rod.
there's a blacksmithy, right? You could buy a bar of iron, or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Or
A bar of iron.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just do iron ore? It'd be so much simpler.
Well, because it's already smelted and purified.
Yeah, you still gotta refine the ore.
Yeah, so, like...
Yeah,
if
but
you
I'm
can
saying
get,
I think finding the ore would be easier than trying to find the.
No, yeah, but I'm
artifact
saying you
material.
commission, like, a blacksmith to, like... Let's say you already have the ore. You just get somebody to smelt it down for you so it's in its pure form. Then all you would have to do is, like, we're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship to a mountain, and then just, like, slap a bunch of magnets covered in copper wire. Like, not magnets. Iron bars in copper wire to the top of a mountain and then wait for a thunderstorm to happen.
So,
that way it'll reverse the polarity of the thing on it.
how many iron bars per surface area of the mountain do you think you would need to actually accurately hit at least one of them?
At least one of them. Probably say like... Well, that depends on, like, the top of the mountain area that you're, like, looking at. Because, like, the higher up you go on a mountain, the higher chance of, like, it getting struck is by, like,
Whoa.
lightning.
Whoa.
Whoa, bro. Wow.
Oh, dude.
Science.
Holy shit.
Science, bitch. No, but I do know that, like, if lightning strikes iron, it basically reverses the magnetic forces on it. So give me a second.
Hey, I'm learning.
I feel like it's more
Yeah, we're
complicated
just
than
preparing
just...
Roman for when he's all of a sudden thrown back in time.
Yeah, okay. So the 3 methods of making magnets are using electric current, which is like lightning, single touch method, or the double touch method.
I like how he googled this.
Yeah. But I was talking
I
about
heard the keyboard clacking.
because he won't have Google then.
Yeah, exactly. He's using something he wouldn't have. So right now, Roman's already cheating.
I'm just saying, like, I already knew how to do the.
I already
electric
knew how to
method
do
before.
this, but I googled it.
Roman is pulled in.
saying.
He's in blue jeans. They throw him on the floor in front of the king. They say, "Pretty sure this person's a witch." And Roman goes, "No.
Scientist.
I am from the future. I am a scientist, and I will show you my ways." He gets the blacksmith to forge him some kind of copper wire by
And then an
watching
iron
over
unit.
him.
Yep.
And then he then convinces everyone that he has to take them on top of a mountain, and they need to wait until a thunderstorm comes. And simple as that.
I mean, technically, because you wrap the wire around the iron and or steel bar, whichever one you use, and then you just have to wait for lightning to strike it, and it'll make it magnetic.
I guess the follow-up question though is, you have a magnet. How do they not think you're a witch now?
You just have to
Well,
elaborate that it's
Like
science.
what's the next step?
Right.
What's the
You pretty
next
much
step?
have to think about the best way of how to describe it without making yourself sound
Well,
like a witch by using other examples.
Well, now you have like this magnet, right? And you just go like,
Uh-huh.
that's the size of an iron bar, which is really heavy, and you just chuck it at someone's head, and then you run away.
That sounds real efficient whenever you're in the middle of the kingdom, in front of the king himself, surrounded by an army.
Well, I'm saying if you're on top of a mountain after you finish the experiment, and there's only like a few people around.
But
you
he
could be like,
specifically said you explaining it in front of the king.
oh, in front of the king. Okay, you just go like, all right, so here's this thing. It's a rock. It does a special.
Hear ye.
I think he can tell the difference between a fucking iron bar and a rock.
I'm just imagining like the full like Monty Python like description going on. If it floats, a witch.
A witch. I just feel like somebody give me like your helmet or something. Just like, see this rock, and you flap around the fucking steel helmet, and just like, it sticks to the helmet. Oh wait, that brings me up to like a cool question, I guess. Could you make magnetic arrowheads that like would seek out people's helmets? Like if all their armor was made from steel back then?
I feel like that would.
Isn't steel not magnetic?
No, steel's magnetic. Stainless steel isn't.
I feel like that would be very not effective.
I don't know. Because
'Cause
like
if you had
Wouldn't they all stick to each other? Like if you shot them in the air, like in a volley, like they would all push away from each
Not
other.
even
So-
that. If you make the magnet like detrail from the direction that it's going, it would probably fuck up the momentum that it has for where it's going.
because like the arrowheads would be made of iron essentially, like which is what a magnet is. Most magnets are made from iron. So like, I don't know. Like, I have no.
They
idea.
have a 100% success hit rate. Perfect.
Yeah, per
What is their
arrow.
kill rate? 0. Absolutely 0. They are very inconvenient for the enemy.
Yes.
though.
You have to ask the enemy to hold this iron bar right above their head as you shoot an iron arrow and hope it hits them in the head before it just hits the bar.
Roman's just like on chains, and they're like, "We need more electric arrowheads. Send him to the mountain." Just see him shuffling off with this copper wire.
to the
Like,
witch.
God damn it! Science, guys, it's science.
Yeah, okay, steel is a magnetic material. Yeah, okay, so like if,
Yeah, it's
if all their
stainless steel, that isn't.
Yeah, so if all of their armor was made of steel, it would just, and let's say you had an arrowhead made of iron, which was magnetic, if you shot it at like, let's say one person standing at like 100 fucking meters away, or like actually probably further, because then like the effectiveness of the magnet would be better. Like if you had somebody that could shoot it accurately, what's to say the arrow won't be magnetized to their armor? Like even if you tried to like shoot next to their head or something. Like if you had 100% like,
Are you trying to say to make magnetic armor?
no, you make arrows that are magnetized to the armor. So if you missed a shot, it would go straight to the armor.
But here's going to be the biggest issue, though, is that would require them to have to be wearing metal armor. And if they're wearing metal armor, why the fuck are you trying to shoot them with an arrow?
Because it was still effective.
Cause it's super cool.
Because it'll bounce off.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, that is
not
true. Why
necessarily.
would you be doing that against like
They have
full plate
special
armor?
arrows that shoot through
Yeah,
armor.
there are arrows that like if you use an actual longbow, the torque on a longbow even back then was able to penetrate through steel armor.
See,
Like
but you
steel plate
didn't
armor.
specify what weapon was shooting the arrow. You just said an iron arrow.
I'm just saying, all right.
Gotta use those rune arrows, dude.
Yeah, you gotta use that rune axe, bro. Come on. You gotta use that adamantite arrows.
Why'd you say
You gotta level
axes?
up your
Shooting
fighting
axes from your fucking bow.
Can we just make like a catapult that only throws axes?
Trebuchet.
Yeah. Or a ballista, but it only shoots out axes. It's a bunch of axes.
That sounds terrifying.
A Viking would be shitting his pants. Like, oh fuck.
That'd be like shooting at a saw blade if it could actually go straight.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you could, like, if you fire an object fast enough, it will go straight. Like, there's a whole theory about, like for example, if you take a saw blade shooting gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you could shoot it fast enough, like, this, like, speed up the saw blade fast enough so it's spinning while it's being fired, it'll go in a straight line. Like, there's just like an X.
It
for
has to go at a
speed.
certain
Yeah.
velocity spin in order to do it.
Yeah. So like any projectile will always have like the X coefficient of like speed that you need to do all that, like to hit a target straight on accurately. I can't words right now.
Hey, I have a question.
Clearly.
I do love how smart we are.
I got a
What's the
question.
question?
So, this whole scenario, imagine Jaden Smith was put into this situation. What would he do?
I am the greatest philosopher of our time.
I think he would let everyone know that he is
The greatest philosopher of their
the
time.
greatest
He'd
philosopher.
probably get killed within like 2 minutes.
He would definitely die very quickly. Because whereas at least Roman would have something to show off, they would just be like, everything this kid says is nonsense.
Yep.
Just kill that one.
Before Twitter.
Yeah, but the easiest way to not get killed by a kingdom is be like, I can make you weapons that you would never have dreamed of, and they'll be like, what?
Magnet arrows.
She was like, I guarantee you, I can. Well,
They're like, is this what you use where you come from? It's like, no. Like, we've invented these. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're called guns. They're crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do those though, but this is cool. This is good too though.
I mean, let's say
Think if this is a good jumping off
let's say
point.
you were like a gunsmithing apprentice or like whatever, and you know how to like make a gun, right? From scratch, and you go back in time. You just make a bunch of guns. Well, you could make very crude guns, but you'd have guns nonetheless.
I think even a single pistol would be very,
Very overpowered.
very overpowered in
OP.
any like medieval battle.
Joke's on you, the guy that invented gunpowder. Ha! He was killed by me with gunpowder.
By Jaden Smith.
By
Jaden.
so going back in time and creating guns. So, Joseph, do you believe in aliens?
I feel like
This
there's
is
something out
follow-
here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't question it, but I feel like there's something out there.
That's fair. That's fair. There was
Something
I
that
was-
pees out its finger.
I was watching a podcast. I believe it was Prof. Mezi's podcast, the most recent one with It's Merrick, where they touched on the subject of aliens exist. Like, it's mathematically impossible that they don't. But they're not as how we perceive them to be, because like in like TV shows and media and all that, we always almost always perceive them as humanoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
In some shape or form. But realistically, if we did run into an alien species, they would be nothing like we would imagine, like, or would be nothing like us. Like, because I know there's some research about, like, plants acting like wild animals and stuff like that. I can't really cite my sources because I don't remember, but, like,
YouTube.
where it came from. But yeah, probably. No, but...
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, because you already have
I trust this
predatory
guy.
plants, and then, like, to anybody else, that would be an alien thing, right?
Ooh. Can I add to this?
Yeah.
How about like shape-shifting humans? What do you guys think about that?
I'd be like, give me your powers.
Animorphs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Animorphs.
Just saying,
remember those
if
books.
I ran one, I'd be like, is it transferable?
Yeah.
Chloe, calm down.
I would like to be the lion Animorph, please.
Well, if
I
you're an
would like
Animorph, you could just
the
turn into
power
any-
to turn into a
a
tampon.
fish.
I just want
Okay,
to
Peter
Voltron, dude.
Griffin, calm down. Okay, well, that brings me to my next question. If you could shapeshift into... Well, I mean, I guess it's a two-part question. The first one's specifically the shapeshifting into animals, and then the second one is, like, if you could have any two superpowers, what would they be?
Ooh, shapeshift.
Yeah, into any animal, like, Earth animal, like, specifically.
I would
Are we
say
talking
like-
prehistoric included, or only
we're talking
nowadays?
like nowadays, like things that exist right now in this time period.
Oh, honestly, you know those like Instagram like dog accounts like Shiba Inus that get treated really
Oh
well?
yeah.
That would be my spirit animal.
Immediately gets like a shitty owner.
Brand deals, an Instagram account.
Yeah, but then they would question like where the dog was while you're in human form, and just go like, "Oh man, so can we see your dog? Yeah, sure. Let me go get him." Then they're like, "There comes the dog. Where's Joseph?"
Yeah, where's he at?
Just be like, "Damn, I need somebody else to play it off."
This isn't what I
So
thought
then,
that
what's
was.
your two superpowers that you choose?
We're gonna judge you very, very heavily.
Superpowers. What are some examples?
Teleportation, invisibility, flying, all kinds of things.
I don't know if you read the X-Men comics, but pretty much anything goes like that wise.
You could just say your favorite superhero because you'd want their power.
I wouldn't say that because I don't know
No.
any, because I don't give a crap about any of that stuff.
Why are you even here, monkey?
Because that's garbage.
Man, come on, we're a bunch of nerds. Calm down.
I guess
Bet you if I put pictures in a book, you'd look at it.
Yeah, look at titties.
okay, at least like for the first superpower, teleportation, just travel anywhere, you know, go up to the 7-Eleven or go to that Taco Bell, then I head back home.
Dude, I would
Live that jumper life.
Yeah. Well, jumper life accurately, like jump accurately, not be like, oh yeah, let me teleport, and then you're like 5 feet into a wall, and you're like, oh.
And you're stuck in a wall.
Drop.
But like, if we're talking about teleportation, it has to be like perfect teleportation. But yeah,
I mean, usually whenever someone says teleportation, they mean,
yeah. Perfect
I want to go
teleportation.
here. I'm just going to go here. There's no problems.
Yeah. You don't accidentally appear inside of another person, like, and they just
Yeah, and blow them up
disintegrate.
from the inside out.
Imagine.
I want to be where Donald Trump is. Boom. Oh, shit.
Security! Your fist just ends up inside of him. What's your second power?
Second power? Let me look. I don't know. Flight? That would be kind of cool. Just get a nice rush, fly wherever you want. Hopefully you don't fall.
Isn't that the purpose of teleport?
So you could argue that you could just teleport yourself up into the sky and fall.
Ooh, a little 2-for-1.
That way you still got a second power to choose from.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just really hate the takeoff portion of it, so you keep the teleport.
Oh, true.
Like the launch, that part sucks, and landing sucks.
Crash landing.
One power that I always thought was cool with like X-Men comics. Well, not necessarily X-Men comics, but like, you know, Marvel, DC comics, whatever. Is like the ability to absorb kinetic energy from anything else and then just redirect it. Or like tactical telekinesis. Like, all right, let's say somebody shoots or like throws a baseball at you, right? As you catch the baseball, you suck all the energy out of it, and then you can redirect it to something else. Like, let's say...
Like another baseball.
I guess, but like you would suck all the energy out of it, and then if you were like standing next to like a dumpster or something, you punch the dumpster and it just caves it in because you sucked all the like momentum out of the ball and like just touched the dumpster.
So your power heavily relies on people trying to fight you.
I mean, I'm just saying, it would be like a really, really nice ability to have if you were like, my whole thing is I like underground fighting rings. Like, let's say like you're the Punisher or whoever, and you just like start beating the shit out of people in MMA matches. Like, I would absolutely utilize that power to be like, yeah, I'm in the UFC now, and I'm the only winner.
No steroids.
Because like, let's say somebody, yeah, just... You're so unfit. Everybody's like, what? Oh, come on. There's like a fat man just winning all these matches for no reason. Like, he never loses. Like, anytime somebody punches him, he just touches his opponent and they just explode. You just shatter their leg. You just go... You don't even throw punches back. You just like...
That's the sound of shattering bones.
Yeah. Literally, you just touch... like.
Popping.
You just see some dude's arm explode, and you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Damn.
Oh, God.
Laugh
Like,
track.
the second they make contact with you, like, they punch you and you catch their fist, or, like, you take the blow, like, your whole fighting style would be like, yeah, I'll just take any blow you, like, throw at me, because the second they, like, touch you, they explode. Imagine that power. Also, imagine, like, the whole kinetic thing, like, if you're having sex, that you just launch somebody off of you.
They just explode from the inside.
One punch man.
Hell
One
yeah.
thrust man.
One pump man.
That'd be crazy. Another one is called tactile telekinesis, that I always thought was interesting, because this is a power that Superboy had before they made him into like a copy of Superman, essentially. Like, they gave him all of Superman's powers, like in the DC comics. I don't know if you guys know anything about DC comics.
Nope.
But his whole thing was that, like, if he can touch an object, like, let's say he grabbed a cup, right? Tactile telekinesis would let him, like, do anything he wanted to that cup. Like, he could remold, like, the cup into anything he wanted. Like, he can make the cup fly around, blah, 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 right? The way they got around him not having Superman's powers at first was because he had what's called tactile telekinesis, which means that, like, so long as he's touching himself, he can lift himself off the ground, which simulates flight, right? If he touches, let's say, a car, he can now lift up the car with his telekinesis, and it looks like he's just grabbing the car with super strength, right? Or any, like, stuff like that. That'd be an interesting power, because then you could just use tactile telekinesis to make up for your lack of other powers by specifically using that power in special ways, you know? Like, let's say you're in a fight with somebody, and then somebody, like, touches you, like, they go to, like, grab you or whatever, and you just literally, because they're holding you, you just go, not today, bitch, and you make them fly away from you. Or, like, the second they grab you, their hand snaps, something like that. That'd be a very interesting power, in my opinion.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think I would just go with the simple option of teleport and invisibility.
I would probably take tactile telekinesis and immortality, just because it's just like, oh yeah,
I would
I'll
not want immortality. Fuck that nonsense.
I think
Why not?
immortality would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't think immortality would be cool. I want to end my life now. Do you think immortality is gonna make that better?
Eternal suffer.
It's a superpower.
I mean, I would take immortality. Funny enough, I was watching a thought experiment
Wait,
thing on YouTube.
say that again?
A thought experiment.
Thought experiment.
Thought
Yeah,
experiment.
a thought
Oh.
experiment. That whole over there experiment. No, I was watching a thought experiment on, like, I don't remember if it was like Adam Savage, like from Mythbusters, or whoever on YouTube, but there is, if you're immortal, the theory goes, if you're immortal, there's the longer you live, there's an increasingly higher chance of you getting permanently stuck somewhere. Like, if you're immortal, like, according to theory, there's 100% chance that, like, say you go, like, spelunking in a cave, and you're just stuck there forever. Like, as time goes on, let's say, like, there's an earthquake, and you're pinned down under a building, like, you're still alive, and you're like, stuck in agony or whatever, and, like, in pain, and then they never find you. So you're still alive for, like, hundreds of years until, like, everything, like, this, just crumbles around you.
They just
right?
never clean up the building.
I mean,
like, ah, fuck that building.
if that were the case, though, could you imagine being like, whenever Japan got hit with that massive tsunami, and you got sucked away into the
Yeah, you just get
deep
sucked
abyss
away.
of the
Like,
ocean?
yeah, you're just alive. Like, you just can't get out now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Could you
Yeah, like-
imagine how difficult that would be to swim whenever you're full of even more water than what you're already made of?
Yeah, you're just constantly
Because you'd
drinking
be
and
even
pissing at the same
heavier, so
time.
you'd be sinking.
Yeah, imagine being stuck in the fucking abyssal of the ocean, just being crushed by water pressure for all eternity, and drowning at the same time.
Eventually, you'd get used to it, though, right?
Maybe, but your
I
body
was-
probably wouldn't be able to handle it, though, to
I
the
don't-
point where you're literally just a bloody mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, you're constantly bleeding out, but like you're also
No,
immortal.
no,
so
no,
you
no,
don't really
not
die.
bleeding out. I mean, like, you're literally just a bloody pulp. Like, there's,
Oh,
Yeah, like
that's all you are.
Or your spine doesn't exist anymore because you're on the bottom of the ocean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, your eyes wouldn't exist. Like, no part of you would exist, but you're still consciously alive.
Unless you like
Yeah.
somehow like
the bottom of the water ocean would actually literally just crush you.
Yeah, it would literally make every part of your body just
Like
basically.
being in a meat grinder, but wet.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess in that case, like, you would want like invulnerability, but you would want invulnerability as your second power, but it would come with the caveat of like, if you will yourself to be like invulnerable, you will be invulnerable. Like,
I mean, because if
just-
you make yourself vulnerable, you can't appreciate booze and other things.
yeah, but I mean in the sense of like, let's say you're getting a flu shot, right? If you were constantly invulnerable like Luke Cage, you would just immediately break any like needles or anything. Like, let's say you needed emergency surgery for something, you're just like, oh fuck,
Oh no!
oh no, whatever will we do?
Step superhero.
Yeah. Sorry, we went off on a superhero tangent there, Youngster Joseph.
No worries. Favorite superhero?
Ooh.
One Punch Man.
You know what? That's cheating.
No, it's not. the only fucking superhero I can think of because any non-anime ones are dumb.
I don't know, Batman.
What?
No, that's gross.
Actually, Jason Todd. So like Red Hood. I would take Red Hood.
If we're going real people, Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool's not a real person.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is definitely a real
Reynolds.
person.
Just
Pikachu.
being Ryan Reynolds, that's the superpower.
I mean, wouldn't you want the superpower to be one of the most sexiest mans on Earth?
I'd take Hugh Jackman, but taller. So Chris Hemsworth. I'd just be here, Chris Hemsworth. Even fat Thor looked good. All right. Like, I'll take being like Big Lebowski Thor.
Oh, can I change my superpower answer?
Sure. Yeah.
I would be Naruto and do that clone jutsu and just like have a whole squad full of
Kagebushi
people.
no Jutsu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This man's running one-man orgies over here.
He's just having a circle jerk with himself.
He's like, I wonder.
I wonder what my butt feels like.
We'll find out.
That's fuck around and find out. That's the scientific method.
I mean, technically, wouldn't you want the Kagebushi no Jutsu plus shapeshifting? That way you can make a clone of yourself and shapeshift it into anybody. That way you can have sex with that person.
Yeah, but if it's a clone of yourself, are you and like you're mentally controlling it? Do you feel everything that clone feels?
No, that's not how Kagebushi works.
Yeah, but you
Don't
still,
worry, he's looked into it.
Well, I've seen enough Naruto to know that that's not how that
The
works.
documentation clearly shows.
Yeah.
Whenever Naruto's clone gets punched in the face, does Naruto feel the pain of getting punched in the face? No.
No.
Oh, no, that's
Simple
I
as
guess
that.
Makes sense. All right. I guess we should. I guess it's time to like, kind of bring it to a close here. Youngster Joseph, do you have
Any more questions? Anything?
questions, comments, gripes with us? Concerns, yeah.
You want to fight?
Do you want to fight me, bro?
1v1.
Hell yeah, let's go.
What?
1v1.
I'll 1v1 you.
No, 1v1 me right now. Rap battle. Let's go.
No, 1v4. All of us right here, right now.
4v1.
This is why we need a soundboard.
I don't have the mental capacity right now to just come up with stuff off the top of my head. That's why the redeem is 10 minutes.
I guess shout outs or like just questions in general?
Yeah, dude. Plug yourself, shout outs. Who do you want to see on the podcast?
I never plug myself. Pause. I always do a little ad read for the podcast that I'm on. So can I try that out?
Yeah, go ahead.
And to confirm, what's the name of the podcast again?
Here, I'll write it down.
Not the Roman Pod.
Definitely not.
The chance of negligence.
We're all Roman here.
No, God, no, please, no.
Okay, so,
All right.
so it's a pun
Their
on the
bathroom only
words
takes so much.
negligible gentlemen, right? So it's like chance of negligence, like we're negligible. Yeah.
I would love to do a little like spin-off podcast, like playing off of those words. The regents. Or the degents.
You know what?
Degents.
Yeah. That was actually one of our things that we were coming up with, the DGents podcast.
All right, so here's the promo. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Do you guys want to level up your day and don't know how? Please check out Chance of Negli-Gents Podcast. Please take a chance on them, and Roman will continue to rap and dance. You heard it here first from Youngster Joseph. Keep on supporting each other and level up.
All right, that was pretty good.
Beautiful.
All right, I'll take that. Let's slap that to the beginning of the video.
Go with a 10 out of 10 on that one.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
Beautiful.
Is there anybody you'd like to shout out? Anybody that you'd like to see hop onto this podcast with us and have more banter? I'm sorry.
Negligent talks.
Yeah, negligible banter talks.
I would love to have, what's his name? What's that guy's name? We mentioned him earlier. Tom DeLonge. Tom
Oh
DeLonge.
my god.
What's the other
Tom
guy?
DeLonge.
Jaden Smith
Oh, Jaden Smith. Yeah.
and Josh Peck.
and Josh Peck. You know what? If we ever get to the point of having Josh Peck on a podcast,
Can you imagine?
We'll probably get
we get Drake
Nick
Bell.
Drake first.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can you imagine having all three of those people in the same room?
They just fight each other. They're like, I'm leaving.
DeLong, Josh Peck, and Jaden's.
And that rapper, that nerdcore rapper.
Oh, MC Front a lot?
Yeah.
You know what? All right. Pnod now has to go and try to make friends with that one girl.
Try to reconnect.
Yeah.
Hey, how's that having a baby going? Okay, cool. What's MC Frontalot's stuff again?
I'm sure you can find him on Twitter. Let me look this up real quick. MC
I'm
Front a
sure.
lot. Yeah, there he goes. It's got his Twitter. Bam. Bamboozled right
Boom.
there.
Ooh. Also, I'm just here to help people out. So yeah, I'm always down to help with video edits, share ideas, support in any way that I can. And everyone's invited to Joechella this Saturday.
Okay, awesome.
What
Thank
time?
you very much. Yeah, what time? What time does it start?
6:09 Pacific Standard Time, and feel free to send in any of your clips, highlights, your rap bars, Roman, and things like that.
Hell yeah. All right. Sounds good. One last question. Well, I guess two last questions. One last question. If I ever think of any more questions, do you mind me just like calling you and just recording the question? Because like I feel like we didn't get enough time to, like, we kept getting like segued into other things, but I wanted to know more about you as a person. And then the second question was, why do you always rhyme on stream? Like, that's one thing I noticed that you always do.
Yeah, first question, yes. Always down to talk it out, walk it out. The DMs are open when it comes to leveling up.
Let me slide in.
Slide in real quick, like Slytherin. The second question, my friend and I, shout out to Don, my IRL friend from 7th grade math class. I was trying to pass that. We would literally just like go to random Twitch chats and like pass off bars and rhyme off the top. So that's where it kind of came from, singing a little spoken word.
Nice. All right. Does anybody else, do my co-hosts have any last minute questions or anything before we let them go?
Top 3 anime.
No,
Nothing off the
just-
top of my head.
I'd just like to congratulate you on being the first official guest.
Yes, congratulations. Can we get like a round of applause real quick? Just
Everyone clap into your microphone.
yes. This is the sound of somebody fapping really quick.
That was actually my hands.
Well, it's all about how you clap. So we learn.
Alright.
Next time we'll do a better clap.
Also,
Mine doesn't pick up the clap, but it'll be in the audio.
same. Berto,
Yeah. You know what? I'll just slap in like the stereotypical stock audience clapping sound effect in there.
Oh God.
You should do the grunt birthday party noise.
Like where they get a headshot.
and air horns.
The Mountain Dew Doritos, like 420 places.
MLG.
I'm all jacked up on that again.
No, but
You know what?
also, like, this is gonna be the first of many, for sure. Always down to have an elevated conversation going and flowing. So hit me up anytime.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the Chance of Negli-Gents Podcast, YoungsterJoseph. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I'm going to send this right to my editor as soon as we're done here.
Thank you, and see you next Tuesday.
Well, I see you Saturday.
Oh.
Why next Tuesday?
Oh my god.
What's next Tuesday?
You know.
Yeah, Roman, you know.
Oh!
Roman doesn't know shit.
My God. I fell for it again. All right. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.